Welcome back to the American Airlines Center. Tonight's starting lineups again, presented by Miller Lite. Look, keys, of course, for Dallas. Sagana, Jop, Adrian Griffin, they won't score a lot, but such good defenders. Meanwhile, Antoine Walker scored a lot of points, but he took a lot of shots, and he'll need to play well for Miami. Our secondary audio channels of tonight's game. Hit the SAP button as we're set to go for the tip-off of Game 2. O'Neal and Jop. And the Heat, who've changed road uniforms from Game 1. They wore red in Game 1. They got the new ones. Every team has those alternate road uniforms.
Nobody's superstitious here, though.
Already chance of defense, and that was such a key in Game 1, UB, and it's something that people never thought you'd see as O'Neal gets it down low, trying to find some room, puts it in, and a foul. I was going to say the Dallas defense was terrific in Game 1, which it was.
Well, the Dallas will give you different looks during the course of a quarter. They'll double team. They'll double team on the catch. They'll double team on the dribble. They'll play a little zone, and everything will go how the coaching staff is feeling at the moment. The big thing for Miami, get the ball to Shaq to start the game.
You see what he did? He was 0 for 8, finally hit one late. This is that first one there. He just seems way off, and another lane violation. You know, you talked about this in Game 1, UB. O'Neal has a little hitch, there's a delay, and it forces the players to go in. If you watch, if you step over that line before he releases it, it's a violation, gets to shoot it again. He had 2 of those in Game 1.
Well, he'll get the pause right at the top, and the people feel that are on the line that the ball is going to be released. Instead, he hesitates with the ball over his head.
Again, he's not even been close. He's really struggling right now. He admitted he's thinking too much at the line, but said, I will start to hit my free throws.
Well, right here, this is the big thing tonight. They must decide how to handle the quick double teaming on Dirk Nowitzki by the Miami defense. They're running people at him from the blind side. So let's see. Now, Game 1, he adjusted beautifully, gave the ball up to the other players.
Nowitzki was 4 of 14. He gave credit to the Heat defense, and Udonis Haslem played him very well, as did the centers for Dallas against O'Neal. Jason Williams, good open look. Can't get it to fall.
Well, that will be there all night as long as Dallas is in the man-to-man. You could see they came at him hard, and all he has to do, he'll be open on the first pass.
Nowitzki fouled on the pass. He was trying to kick it out, and it's going to go against Shaquille O'Neal. That will be his first.
Now, Dirk Nowitzki has changed his game tremendously since he first came in this league. There was very little of this in the early years. He would settle outside, try to get off a jump shot. This year, he's improved tremendously getting to the basket. Throughout the playoffs, he's averaging over 10 foul shot attempts a game, and his rebounding is up because he's closer to the basket, and he hurts you on the offensive boards.
And once he gets to the line, remember, this is a 7-foot guy who's shooting 90% from the free throw line. Now, they called that, obviously, in the act of shooting. Nowitzki did a good job selling it. He admitted, and here's one of the best players in the world, he admitted he was very nervous to start Game 1, as the Mavericks looked a little tight. Remember, Miami jumped out to that 11-point lead. But their defense turned it around. That and the shooting of Jason Terry. Williams, nice drive. That's what Pat Riley wants to see more of from their perimeter players.
Right, now Jason in Game 1, 5 for 11, got to the rim in the first quarter. We told you he gets a lot of points exploiting your defense, especially off the dribble.
Nowitzki with Haslem on him. Josh Howard's got Walker. Nice move. Josh Howard, again, he didn't shoot well, but he can get you anywhere from 20 to 30 on a given night.
Well, we know that. Coming into that, he was a 2010 man for 5 previous games. Now, there's just a careless turnover. Now, in Game 1, we had for Miami, Walker with 6 turnovers, Wade with 5. They're the ones that you've got to cut down, Mike, the careless turnovers, because it's precious shot attempts at the basket that you're losing.
Pat Riley said, despite calling the game horrendous and disgusted with some of it, as Howard misfires, Jop right there with the offensive rebound. Nowitzki's not going to go to the basket. Riley said that he felt his team outplayed the Mavericks for 40 of the 48 minutes, but the end of the second quarter and the last 5 minutes of the game was the turnaround. Howard, three-pointer won't go. We'll go the other way.
Now, in the going of this first quarter, you can see that Miami's defense in the half court has been excellent. Anytime that a Dallas player puts the ball down, you're seeing the double teaming. That's why they cannot get to the rim.
Jason Terry picks up his first. It seems, Judy, that both teams, their game plan, first off for Dallas is, all right, we're going to double Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to send a second defender at Wade, make the other players beat you. And it seems like the Heat has the same way with Nowitzki.
Well, that's always, it sounds easy. It's very hard to do because of the talent of the individuals.
O'Neal on the offensive rebound. And O'Neal is fouled. The key there, Wade drives, draws the defender, and O'Neal is wide open to get an offensive rebound.
Well, when you have two players who can get anywhere from 20 to 35, you know that they're going to have the defenders circle around them, especially when they drive to the basket. Now, this is smart basketball. Anytime that Shaq makes a catch underneath the glass, foul him. Force him to go to the foul line or take the ball out of bounds on the side. Do not give him an uncontested dunk.
Now, that was not Jop's foul. It was on Griffin, so Jop sits down with one. But they like to send fresh bodies. Eric Dampier and Sagana Jop both played O'Neal well. Wade with Griffin harassing him. Tough shot, won't go, but a foul. And Wade will go to the line.
Well, Wade during the season was second in the league in foul shot attempts at close to 11 a game. In the playoffs, it's dropped off a little bit, but we realize that he's had the flu in the second and the third round, as well as in the beginning of this playoff round. So you know that he's there 9 to 10 times, but you know he will sacrifice his body and he can finish with either hand.
We also missed 4 free throws. Wade, of course, we talk so much about the flu. And as you see, Wade and O'Neal were the only 2 to shoot free throws. Very unusual. Nobody else on the Heat were able to do that. But as we said, Wade had the flu last week, conference finals. He said he's received a lot of good remedies. A lot of chicken soup remedies, some different kinds of stew, various variations of tea to drink. He said one thing he's got to improve on, and he's going to endear himself to everybody. He says, I don't eat healthy.
Big shock in all of this is we're talking about a guy who shoots over 80% on the foul line, struggling in games 1 and 2 here.
And that's a defense of 3 seconds. The rule in the NBA passed a couple of years ago, you cannot be a defender and sit in the paint for more than 3 seconds unless you're closely guarding, and that usually means arm's length, closely guarding your defender. Otherwise, it's a technical foul, 1 shot. And Nowitzki will put that in.
Now keep an eye on this now. You see Shaq is standing in there, but underneath the rim, you're seeing that the defender is in the painted area, and he's in there for more than 2.93 seconds.
Meanwhile, Terry drives to the basket, gets inside, blocked by Wade. Dampier right there on the follow. Kicks it back out. And Terry, who had that huge game 1, exploded for 32. He gives the Mavs the lead.
I like the energy at the offensive end for Dallas. Miami, a terrific defensive rebounding team. Already, Dallas on the glass, keeping 3 alive.
Josh Howard picks up his first, and with just over 3 minutes gone by, the Mavericks are in the penalty, sending the Heat to the line. For those, again, new to the NBA this time of year, 15 foul per quarter, and you shoot the penalty. So even though it's a non-shooting foul, O'Neal will go for 2.
Well, let's look at Shaq's career. We know that he's struggling right now. 1 for 9 in game 1, and then he missed the ones earlier tonight. But for his career, he has shot 53%. Then in the playoffs for his entire career, 51%. This season dropped down to 47%. In the playoffs, 38%.
Let's go to Lisa Salters.
Well, Mike, Shaquille O'Neal, he knows he's got to do better at the free throw line. He said he got some advice from his parents, which he always does. Just go up there and shoot them. He says, well, I've seen people who are 80, 90% free throw shooters who don't make them when they should. I know when to make them, and hopefully I'll do that. We'll see. Well,
it has been a real struggle right now as Williams gets inside. Tough shot from Williams. Dampier the rebound. And Stackhouse, as collides with Steve Javi, falls down, turnover. Crowd doesn't like it, but sometimes those things happen.
It happens. It depends upon the angle that the referee is running down. You see Steve Javi's out on the floor. You know, and we know that he belongs outside that sideline. Unfortunately, he was trying to find his way.
The ref is part of the floor, so no matter what hits him, it's like it's just a part of the floor as that shot from Haslam rolls out. has the advantage here with Jason Williams. Tough spin move.
We have two of the better rebounding teams throughout the playoffs in this game tonight. They're excellent on the defensive boards. So you're going to have to work and sacrifice your body.
Nice pass, but Wade can't finish.
Now here they come. This will be for 48 minutes.
Terry, a little stutter move, and gets the bounce. Jason Terry with his second field goal.
Miami's must be careful now. You have to shoot a high percentage. You have to keep driving the ball to the basket or work through Shaq so that when you get to the foul line, you slow the game down.
Dan Howard, a very gifted defender, is on Wade. Here's the double on O'Neal. Shot clock down to 7. Alley-oop to O'Neal, but he couldn't get to it.
Here they come.
They've got the numbers. Stackhouse. And Howard rattles it in. A 9-1 run for the Dallas Mavericks, and Pat Riley wants timeout.
If this is the first time that you have witnessed the Dallas game, they put the pressure on you in the open floor. You miss a shot. They steal the ball. They force a turnover. They are so quick. They have 4 guys on the break, and they are dangerous. They all can finish and shoot a high percentage.
They started slowly in game 1. Not the case so far here in game 2. A 6-point Dallas lead.
Lordy, Lordy, Lord,
Man of the square table. As a culture, do we want to be remembered for this?
It's hilarious.
People laugh because it's moronic, not because it's funny.
This is man law, not caveman law.
Hey, have you done it? No. Then you don't know what you're talking about.
Crushing beer cans on your forehead is wrong.
Triple H is right. Cans ain't as thick as they once were. I mean, back in the day, you crush a can on your forehead, you were saying something. But now?
It's lame. You're right. You're right. Man law?
Man law.
The great taste of Miller Lite. Always a good call.
The biggest thing in business is actually quite small. Introducing the Motorola Q. Ultra thin, fully loaded. It's the world's slimmest smartphone. Exclusively from the nation's largest high-speed wireless broadband network. Available now at Verizon Wireless stores everywhere. Verizon Wireless. It's the network.
Welcome aboard.
Pilots.
Not so easy, is it?
Everywhere July 7th.
Tomorrow, ABC takes the mystery out of meeting Mr. Right.
Eye contact.
Get in their personal space.
Smiling. Show teeth.
How to Get the Guy. Series premiere tomorrow at 10/9 Central. Only on ABC.
This weekend, one movie will take you places you never imagined.
Drop and give me 20 miles.
Yo, I've never been off-road.
Disney Pixar's Cars. Rated G. Now playing.
Go, 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 go.
Man, now I got dirt in my rims.
This special presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC brought to you by the Men of the Square Table and Miller Lite. Good call. Nissan, who invites you to shift the way you move through the world. And Verizon Wireless. Now you can watch sports updates with VCast from Verizon Wireless. It's broadband quality video right on your phone.
Back in Dallas, Mavs lead by 6. Avery Johnson's first full year as head coach results in a Coach of the Year award and an NBA Finals appearance. He certainly knows his basketball, but the key to his success, he says, it's all about how you treat people.
I've just tried to convince them that I care more about them than winning. And that's why I try to do some of the things that I do with them and for them off the court. And then we can talk about basketball and discipline and spacing and pick and rolls and rebounding. But I think I had to first convince them how much I care about them as people.
he has tremendous leadership qualities. Dirk Nowitzki talks about it. All the players do. They talk about the will of Avery. He's a charismatic young man, and he's got this ability to get people to follow him.
Well, you're right about that, Mike, and he's right in their souls because they'll all talk about the spiritual side of him also, as well as the X's and O's, and he is a stern disciplinarian.
Yes, he can be tough. He can chew you out and get in your face, but the players love how genuine he is. Shot blocked, but a foul as Jason Williams falls down, and some free throws coming up as we go to Stu Scott.
Mike, last year during the finals, during an emotional timeout, Larry Brown told his Pistons team, he said, "I love you." So I asked Avery the other day, would you ever tell your team during a timeout, "I love you"? He said, "No, not during a timeout." He said, "That's because I tell them throughout the year. I tell them I love you a lot. They know I love them because I take them to lunch, and they know I love them because I let Stackhouse's kids come over, spend the night at my house, and eat up all of my food." So I guess when your kids get to go eat the coach's food, Mike, I think that's love.
I think so. And, Avery also, earlier this year, Keith Van Horn, he let him miss the practice when they were on the road because he said he felt Van Horn needed to be with his kids. Those are the type of things he does to show the team that he does care about them people-wise. But as you said, when it comes to X's and O's, he's ready and certainly able as well.
Well, they have a very good staff here, and they work well together with the players.
Stackhouse can't hit.
Well, right now, Miami, let's face it, inside of 5 minutes, and they do not have a score. Never mind the fact that they can't make a field goal. The problem is they've also missed 5 foul shots.
Terry to Stackhouse. He was out of bounds. And they'll go the other way.
Yeah, no excuse for that. No way that you run the lane that deep. Anytime that you run the lane, you should be making your break foul line extended. If you extended the foul line out to the sideline, make your break then. That way you'll never have a problem and you'll never be behind the backboard.
The Heat promise to start their offense through Shaquille O'Neal. He's got Dampier on him now. There's the double team, and there's a defensive 3 seconds down the other end, so a technical foul and one shot for Miami.
Now Shaq will hold his catch. When Shaq makes the catch, he will allow the double team to come before he makes a move. And then he will wait and see where all the cutters are. If the cutters are open, he'll give them the ball. If not, he'll try to split the trap.
So Williams hits that. They're still only 3 for 8 as Devin Harris checks in for the first time. A terrific backup point guard. Terry gets a rest, but as fast as Terry is, Harris might be a little faster. A second-year point guard out of Wisconsin who has really made a name for himself in this postseason.
Well, he's their best defender out on the perimeter. He does an excellent job. Right now, they're in the zone. All right, they're playing zone right now, 2-3. You go right to Shaq because he'll be played man-to-man.
Shot clock down to 3. Williams getting penetration, but can't finish again.
Here they come.
Oh, nice pass, Stackhouse. Howard somehow able to get it. Stackhouse tip won't go. And Haslam should have let it go. It would have been Heat ball. Instead, he tried to save it, and Dallas will take possession.
Now, if this is your first look at Dallas, you can see how quick this team is. They have 5 guys who can get out and really make it happen. And the big thing is they run hard, they're very unselfish, and they'll make the extra pass on the break. And they'll keep it up for the full 48 minutes.
It appeared that Dallas touched that last. Nowitzki inside, draws contact, count it. And the foul is Nowitzki with a chance for a 3-point play.
Now, Dirk Nowitzki is taking double teaming off the dribble. Now, just watch. Anytime that he spins, they have guys coming at him from the blind side. Now, he accepts that. We know that when you are averaging 28 points and 12 rebounds coming into the finals, you know that you are a dangerous dude. And you got to give Miami credit in that first game. They did a terrific job in forcing him into bad angles on his release and cutting down his shot attempts.
Nowitzki, who in the conference finals against Phoenix had a poor game. He had 11. He bounced back with a 50-point game. He had a poor game, but he only had 16 in game 1. We'll see how he returns here in game 2. Wade stripped. Ball deflected. The Mavericks defense strong once again. Nowitzki finding Stackhouse. Stackhouse skids inside. Harris hesitated. And Nowitzki, tough shot falling away. Howard tried to save it, and he falls.
anytime you're playing, Mike, with players that are going to get double-teamed off the dribble, when they get double-teamed and they make that pass to you and you're wide open, you must be able to catch and shoot the basketball. If not, catch and drive the ball to the rim. Just do not take one dribble. You take one dribble, the defense gets a chance to reshift and get in position.
You saw those shooting numbers. They've missed their last 7. He haven't had a field goal in over 6 minutes as they're down by 7.
Now, this is the guy that's got to get going. Dwayne Wade has got to start getting some shots at the basket.
Haslam takes it to the rim. Good aggressive move from Udonis Haslam, the local kid. Grew up in Miami, went to high school in Miami, and college at Florida, so he spent almost his entire life in Miami. Now, the guy who's living a dream, playing in the NBA Finals for his hometown team. Harris to the rim. Boy, he is so quick.
That's what he does, and he does it well. He's excellent in driving to the basket and then elevating and playing the board at an angle outside of the painted area, the lane area.
Haslam left open. Can't connect on that one. Dampier again. Good job boxing out of O'Neal, which he did in game 1 as well. Harris, little hyper right now to start. He's going so fast. Williams can't finish again, but a foul.
Jason Williams was looking for the shot blocker, and he lost concentration on that layup. Dirk Nowitzki was running to his right, and then instead of laying it up over the rim, now just keep an eye on this now. Watch to the left of your screen. Harris is there, but Dirk Nowitzki is right there in your picture. Dirk did not go for it.
Well, the foul is on Nowitzki. You see that left hand just got on Williams.
That's exactly right. It was on his back. Lightly, you say lightly, but the referee sees that angle.
I like what Devin Harris did. He lifted his hand, tried to get the foul call on him. Our calendar for these NBA Finals, Tuesday, Game 3. The series will ship to Miami for Games 3, 4, and 5. Thursday, Game 4. Then next Sunday, Game 5. Of course, that if necessary. Our coverage will begin at 8:30 Eastern. Tip-offs shortly after 9 Eastern.
Pat Riley, you know he's happy with the fact that his guys are driving the basketball hard to the rim. Jason Williams, Haslam, Wade is trying, but so far no shots. Every time Shaq touches, he's trying to muscle his way to the rim. He wants to get to the foul line. You say, what's the big deal? Well, this is a team that shoots 28 to 30 a game, and when they do that, that's when they're at their best. In game 1, only 19 attempts.
So Nowitzki sits down with the 2 fouls. Van Horn will make an appearance. They called a delay of game penalty on the Dallas Mavericks because nobody was on the inside spot of the free throw lane. Each team has to have that. The opponents are the free throw shooter. And delay of game doesn't mean a heck of a lot, except if you get called for a second one, it's a technical foul. And Williams bounces in the second. Again, Miami, as Harris calls timeout, with the poor shooting and the rough start, they're only down by 5. Avery Johnson and Bob Delaney with a discussion. Just under 3.5 remaining, first quarter from Dallas.
Thanks for watching ABC Sports.
Home of the NBA Finals.
Spending limit? Who cares?
Not us, cause them ain't on credit cards.
Sure ain't.
Them motorcycles was expensive and fast.
And loud.
Oh yeah, them bikes be like wah.
No, like.
They went like wah. Sound good cause they free. Shoot. Yeah, shoot.
Citi Identity Theft Solutions. Talk to a real person to help get your life back. Free when you get a Citi credit card or Citibank account.
Welcome to subliminal advertising. For best results, do not blink.
Lime. Lemon. Lime. Lemon. Lime. Lemon.
Subliminal advertising complete.
Thanks for a wonderful evening.
It's my pleasure. Hey, is this your car?
Not on a first date. But, you want some coffee?
Okay.
The 265 horsepower Nissan Maxima. Lease one today.
I want a Sunday kind of love, a love to last past Saturday night, and I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight. And I want a Sunday kind of love.
Let's race.
Go!
This Friday, a new style of racing rules the streets of Tokyo. The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Rated PG-13.
Devin Harris, a young player. They're very high in here in Dallas. A Milwaukee product. Grew up with a brother and a sister. Was a terrific athlete right from the start. Cute kid, obviously. Not just a basketball player when he got to high school. Was an all-conference volleyball player. Then played 3 years at Wisconsin. Started every game in his 3 years there. And he is a very quick point guard. And has done an excellent job throughout the postseason for the Dallas Mavericks as we go to Stu Scott.
Mike, Devin Harris, second-year guy. I talked to him just before the final started, the day before. I said, how crazy is it? And he had this look like he was 12 years old. He said, man, woo! And he just shook his head. He said, I can't believe this. And I said, how much is that going to affect you playing? And he looked at me like I was crazy. And he said, this is just the media. He said, basketball is basketball. We all been playing basketball since we were 5 years old. That's the easy part, right?
Well, he came out of Wisconsin after his third year, and he second-guessed himself last year as a rookie. It was an easy start for him. He even said that Dirk Nowitzki picked on him in practice, made it tough on the rookie, and called his coaches and called some people, but he got through it, and what a breakout playoff he has had. Gary Payton has checked in for the first time, as has James Posey. Howard can't hit.
That was the first true set play run by Dallas, right? And they end up with a wide open 18 to 20-foot jump shot off a double screen.
He used the set plays with a quick. Oh, Wade flips it up. Ball knocked out of his hands with a foul. Wade with the personal as he hit Dampier. Heat not in the penalty, so Dallas will inbound as Jason Terry returns.
Now, if you watch Dwayne Wade in the Detroit series, you saw that he got to the basket at will any quarter that he attempted to go. You can see tonight he's struggling. In game 1, 28 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. Had a solid game.
Harris and an offensive foul going the other way. Moving screen on Eric Dampier.
Well, this crew, this officiating crew, very, very good. They have been tough early on the zone calls in the painted area. No moving screens. They're not going to allow you to step and move. Now, right now, the buildings is upset on that, but Dampier definitely moved so that the player could not split the screen.
You know, in years past, when you were coaching, people would have paid money to hear you say this officiating crew is very, very good. Words we never thought you'd say.
Listen, I used to improve the party for the officials at the end of the year. Okay.
O'Neal, and he travels on his feet.
Now that's a tough one. The bench right over there, Miami bench, very upset on that. They couldn't believe it. Pat Riley, you know, said we had a bad angle down on that play. But Shaq, as long as he keeps mixing up his moves, he'll be fine for the evening.
And Dallas has not been able to take advantage of the offensive struggles. Nice pass, but Van Horn couldn't hold on. That's 6 turnovers for Dallas. That's one of the reasons Miami's still in the first quarter here.
Yeah, that's a great statement, Mike. They have had so many opportunities on the fast break and even in the half-court quick-hitting offense. They continue to get open guys going to the basket, but that will improve as this game moves on.
Walker hits a 3. Antoine Walker from downtown. And again, despite all the struggles, they get back within 2. Walker took a lot of shots. He took 19 shots in game 1, perhaps too many. As Posey with a silly foul. 14 foul for the Heat.
Now, Antoine Walker, you must pay attention. You double-team Shaq, he'll give it up. We told you that if your man leaves you, you know you're going to be open. Antoine Walker attempts 7 threes a game throughout this playoff.
Pat Riley felt they took too many threes in game one. Stackhouse, nice adjustment to the bad shot. And it'll go the other way. So they'll take it out.
The referees have been very consistent. They're not going to allow body contact. All right, they're not going to allow you to smack guys around away from the ball. So you must adjust now. And especially when you're going to the basket. You get hit, you know you're going to go to the foul line.
The supporting cast for Miami helping. And Wade draws the foul on Harris. Looks for the fake. And Wade will go to the line. Wade 0 for 3 from the field. Avery Johnson says we'll send many defenders at him, 3 or 4. He's that good. We'll try and wear him down. They perhaps did in game one, as Wade admitted he was tired down the stretch of the fourth quarter. A reminder, the FIFA World Cup continues Monday at 11:55 a.m. Eastern on ESPN2 as the United States will play their first game against the Czech Republic. ESPN and ABC, your home for every game of the 2006 World Cup, presented by Adidas. O'Neal will sit.
Now Dwayne Wade on the line. He'll be played by a number of people. We know that starting out will be Adrian Griffith. Then you know Josh Howard has had him since Griffith went out of the game. Then you know Daniels will get a piece of him, as well as Harris. So they continue to move their people around to try to wear them down.
7 straight points and the game is tied. Under a minute and a half left in the opening period.
All right, now this is Miami's first time in the 2-3 zone.
Both teams used it effectively in game one. Nice block from Walker. What's the key? Let's look at here for Miami. What's the key? What is their objective for playing zone?
Well, the first thing you do is you're taking a team out of their half-court sets. You're not going to let them run continuity. The second thing is you're trying to sometimes hide a player so that they do not get in foul trouble. Also, the third thing is keep them perimeter and to force them to shoot a high percentage.
Well, that wasn't a high percentage shot as they had to rush it with the shot clock winding down. So the zone defense does a job that time.
Now they're right back in there. Now here they are. See, they're playing high. They get out after you.
Posey spinning. And used the wraparound. So the foul goes against Alonzo Mourning.
Now Pat Riley wanted, that was his plea to his team for the last 2 days. Drive the ball to the basket. Do not settle for jump shots. We were 5 for 20 in threes, and also outside of Wade and Shaq, no other player attempted a foul shot. Well, right now they're doing that. Unfortunately, they're turning the ball over. Right now, Miami back in zone.
Terry. Stackhouse left open. That's a two-pointer. And Jerry Stackhouse, one of the best 6 men in the NBA, a former big-time scorer, started most of his career, has done an excellent job coming off the bench for Dallas. Boy, Devin Harris's ball denial is just terrific.
Very quick feet. He's their best perimeter defender.
And a foul on Van Horn. They said that Van Horn flopped, let that go, and then because he just happened to be in the wrong place, wrong time, he tripped up Mourning. And Mourning will shoot 2.
Now you're going to see, there's going to be contact here. Now just watch it. There's the contact right there. Now, is that a flop, or did he take it in his chest? Well, if you're a Dallas fan, the angle that you see it, of course, he fouled him. He went right into his chest. Now, the referees looking at that have got to say, hey, Van Horn is a stronger player physically and he should be able to handle that contact because his arms are up.
Let's take another look at it. There's another missed free throw.
Now keep an eye on it. See, he took it right there. Now, depending upon your angle on the call, if the referee is on the baseline and he doesn't have a good look at that, he's going to put you on the line to shoot 2. Now, because we got that in slow motion, that was definitely an offensive foul.
I think that's the toughest call for officials to make to determine whether it was a flop or not.
Absolutely.
All right, shot clock is turned off as we wind down the opening period. Both teams' defense playing very aggressively here to start the game. Harris on the drive, flips it up, blocked by Mourning, and that will end the first quarter. The defense rules here to start game 2. As Dallas shoots just 33% from the field, Miami just 29% after a 1-point game.
ride in the car, car, take me ride in the car, car, take you ride in the car. I wanna go ride in the car. Engine it go, engine it go. Turn my keys, step on the starter. I'm gonna run you home again. I'm gonna run you home again. I'm gonna run you home again. Take me ride in the car.
Crew's looking good. We're still a go for launch.
There's some kind of unidentified bogey, and it's coming in fast.
Rated PG-13. In theaters and IMAX June 28th.
I'd like to make a toast. Through thick and thin, this town showed grit. It took 77 of us to build the roller rink. Remember Stump Mahoney, Roland Gustafson, Roland Gilbert, Joe Claw, Bobby Bernstein, Bones Ramone, and there was Jimmy Haas. Boy, could he jinx it.
Introducing the Coors Light Cold Wrap label, insulated to help protect the cold from the heat of your hand. Because sometimes beer needs to stay colder longer.
John Claxton. There was Clayton Vogel. Let's see, who else?
He can single-handedly defeat the boogeyman. Outrun even the fastest 2-year-old. And he lives on 3 hours sleep. It's amazing, Dad. Keeping his family safe and financially secure with his faithful sidekick, the AIG companies. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Your inner strength, our financial strength. The strength to make life better. AIG, the strength to be there.
The Dallas Mavericks care about their community. The team held a special event with local school children, helping them develop a lifelong love of reading. During the holidays, they gave more than 200 children a day they would always remember.
Everybody say Mavericks!
And Dirk Nowitzki paid a visit to S.S. Connor Elementary School, sharing advice and encouragement with the students. NBA cares.
The NBA cares about the community. On Friday, NBA Commissioner David Stern, Mavs owner Mark Cuban, and Dallas Mayor Lauren Miller joined NBA legends Bill Russell, Dominique Wilkins, and Clyde Drexler to dedicate a new reading and learning center near the area. Jason Terry and Darrell Armstrong also on hand to showcase the renovations that were completed at the center, included new computers from Radio Shack, ABC Sports, and Disney Publishing. Also pitching in as well, donating books. NBA cares, continuing a tradition of basketball and a service to the community. Mark Cuban certainly pitching in. He has been so great here in the city of Dallas since he took over back in January of 2000. This was a franchise that was really struggling in the 90s. 7 of the 10 years they lost 50-plus games. Now they win 50-plus games every year. And he has just invigorated the city. He has made it a destination for free agent players want to play here. It's a great atmosphere, and now they're playing for a championship.
Well, they have a terrific coaching staff, outstanding talent. You know, they have 7 guys either top 10 in the draft, so they have a ton of talent here. Now, right now, with Van Horn at the center position and Nowitzki playing power forward, they're going against a Miami unit with Mourning. That way Mourning can stay on the floor. At one end of the floor you might see zone, but it's easier for the matchups.
Antoine Walker throws up a 3. Mourning wide open underneath with the advantage that Posey recognized it.
See, in game 1, Mourning only played 5.5 minutes. Every time Van Horn came in the game, they would take Mourning out, and then they would play small against small. That was to their disadvantage. Tonight, Mourning is staying on the floor.
There's Wade with the steal. He's been averaging over 2 a game in the playoffs, and he has really added his defensive game to all the scoring he's done.
Well, he's in the top 6 in the league through the season in steals. He always gets over a couple of games. He's doing that in the playoffs. He's terrific off the ball.
And the Heat have regained the lead as Terry spots up and short, Mourning the rebound.
It's going to be interesting to watch this group that's out there from Miami. They keep continuing to play zone. They're going to force the Dallas ball club to move the basketball and show us that they have a good zone attack.
Mourning left-handed flips it in.
Well, he can do that, Mike. Come on now, this guy scored a ton of points. He was a 2010 man for many, many years when he was at Charlotte and in Miami. He's got the jump force.
7 times in his career he averaged 20 points per game. Now a backup player here to Shaquille O'Neal. Van Horn spots up, and Keith Van Horn with a lift off the bench.
Now, that's the disadvantage. When you go man-to-man, all right, Mourning is on Van Horn. Van Horn has now made 2 perimeter shots because it was in the flow and it's man-to-man. When they're in the zone, you can hide Mourning back in the back of the zone, and then the top perimeter people in your zone will pick up Van Horn.
Van Horn has that perimeter shooting talent, able to break those zone as Wade gets inside. Hot steps and one too many in the travel.
Now we're seeing shoddy play at both ends of the floor. And by that we mean that is the 5th turnover for Miami, and Dallas already has 6. And that's so out of character for Dallas because they only average 11 or 12 during the entire playoffs. Now Miami, we know that's one of their Achilles heels. Throughout the playoffs, 17 turnovers a game.
You see Van Horn, he's the only player on Dallas with NBA Finals experience. He did it with New Jersey back in 2002, played against Shaquille O'Neal and the Lakers. The Nets got swept. He says his memory of that Finals, $20,000 worth of tickets he had to buy for family and friends. An expensive suite. Howard knocked away. Here comes Wade. One man to beat. Wade gets inside. Beautiful move from Dwayne Wade.
Always cross over or reverse your dribble. You saw what happened to Nowitzki as a defensive player. He turned him around twice. Now you can see what they're doing. On a score or a foul shot, Miami is playing a 2-3 zone.
Terry Daniels getting some minutes here in the first half. Gets inside. Van Horn spots up for 3. Rushed it. Here comes Payton. Gary Payton playing in his 3rd NBA Finals. Still looking for his first ring. In and out. Daniels inside. Offensive foul. James Posey steps in and draws the charge.
Now, both referees, Still Javy and Bob Delaney, both had that call. They were definitely sure of the play. Now, keep an eye at the bottom of the screen. You could see that the heel was across the line. This is just Dwayne Wade at his best. Now, that's the first one. Now, on this next one, all right, now just watch as he turns the defender around. See, by changing direction. Change direction, defender's at a disadvantage.
Pickup and SUV. Gasoline and E85 ethanol. Haul and tow. The all-new 2007 Chevy Avalanche. The most flexible vehicle out there.
Number 3, Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace.
I love you more. No, I love you more. Oh, it's game time. I gotta go.
With T-Mobile, families talk free. Now share 1,000 whenever minutes for just $69.99.
No, you ain't gonna. No, you ain't gonna.
T-Mobile, official wireless partner of the NBA Finals.
You ain't gonna.
I know you do. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't you?
Hello, I'm a Mac.
And I'm a PC.
Oh, hey, iPod. Nice.
Yeah, it's just a little something to hold my slow jams.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and it works so seamlessly with iTunes.
You should check out iMovie, iPhoto, iWeb, because they all work like iTunes. You know, iLife. Comes on every Mac.
iLife. Well, I have some very cool apps that are bundled with me.
Well, like, what do you got?
Calculator.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Clock. A clock.
Sounds like hours of fun.
Yeah.
Or at least minutes.
This June, you won't believe your eyes. ABC presents the most extreme, over-the-top, eye-opening show ever. Master of Champions. Premieres Thursday, June 22nd, only on ABC.
The blood, sweat, and tears is what it's all for. You know, this right here. So, you know, to have an opportunity to play for this, you know, means a lot.
Dwayne Wade is playing for it in just his third year in the NBA out of Marquette. He's only 24 years old. One thing's for certain, he is a coach's dream.
He's just a pure winner. I mean, he's absolutely fearless. Wants the ball in any clutch situation. Thinks he's the best player on the floor, you know, and not in an arrogant way, but in a confident way. And I love having him.
And he is a very, very, very smart player, too. Very smart. He understands the game, and he's competitive. He has all the intangibles that great players have. He has a tremendous desire to really be the best. He really does. He doesn't talk much about it, but I know it. I can see it.
4 years apart, his current coaches and his former coach saying the same things about this terrific young man who is blossoming into one of the premier players this league has seen in a long time as Posey hits a three-pointer.
James Posey's been on fire through the entire season shooting threes. Shot over 40% during the year, and he's up over 43% in the playoffs.
Posey, one of the new members of the Miami Heat in that 5-team, 13-player deal as Nowitzki knocks it down. Well, there's Dallas pretty much kept their team intact from last year. The Heat made many changes, getting the Jason Williams, the James Poseys, the Antoine Walkers, Gary Payton. Big changes Pat Riley made. They struggled at first early this season, but then started to come together as Haslam gets inside.
Got to make those. You've got to make those. That was a beautiful pass by Shaq.
Howard. Howard wide open. That's a three. Knocks it down. He had just been 2 for 7. He's got three-point range.
Well, there's a simple thing that you must execute when you get trapped. When you're trapped, make the first pass out of the trap, then make the second pass. And you can see right there, the second pass wide open, and you'll get a high percentage look at the basket.
Sagana Diop, his second foul, so he'll come out.
See, they made the first pass there, and then here comes the second pass. And that's just beautiful, unselfish basketball. Unfortunately, a lot of times guys want to shoot it after the first pass. Make the second pass. Stretch the defense, stretch the
That's been one of the keys for the two stars on their respective teams. Nowitzki and Wade always willing to make that extra pass, never forcing the action or rarely. Nice defense from Dampier.
Yes, indeed.
He is having a very solid series so far.
He played that well. He was up over the top of Shaq, and he put out that long arm.
Look at O'Neal guarding on the perimeter. Terry. That three-pointer off. Oh, what a tip from Howard, and a foul. Josh Howard with a difficult play, and he got hit. Now the officials conferring. Count the basket, they say.
Now keep an eye right in the left-hand corner. You're seeing Posey and Howard are locked right there. Posey's onside now. They get the first tap right there by Howard. You can see he goes right up inside. Good move.
The foul was not against Howard. It was against Dampier. So this is just a one-shot foul for Dampier because of the made basket. So Dampier making his presence felt. He's already got 5 rebounds. Can't hit the free throw. Posey nearly lost it. 5 minutes gone by here in the second. Mavericks leading by 2. Along with Hubie Brown, Stuart Scott, Lisa Salters, Mike Green on hand. Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Heat trying to even things up. Payton can't connect. And Nowitzki touched it last. Actually, it looked like Haslam started to walk up the floor. Steve Javy, though, says no. That's the right call, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
And we get to see it in slow motion.
That's right.
Posey tries another 3. And again, the Mavericks Stumble a bit, but hold on this time.
Well, the defensive rebounding at both ends has been outstanding. Both teams are shooting in the 30s, and yet no one can get an offensive rebound, and especially an offensive rebound score.
Terry. Shot clock down to 4. Howard knocked away by Payton.
Good hands.
Terry right back with the steal and puts it in.
Bad pass. Bad pass. Anytime you make a steal, you never throw the ball across the court in the backcourt, especially when there is traffic.
9-0 run, and Dallas back up by 4.
Good timeout. Good timeout by Pat Riley.
Just past the midway point of the second quarter, and after the Miami Heat went on a run, Dallas comes back in a smart defensive play.
Good hands right here. You get the deflection, but see, the Cardinals never jump up in the air when you're going to pass. And that's what happens. They play the passing lanes, they get the steal.
You know, the first thing my son said to me when I got out, promise me you ain't gonna ever leave me again.
On June 23rd.
My son!
The only way out.
Big me took my son.
Is to get in.
What's your next move?
Take down me and give him my little man.
Too deep.
I'm all in.
Tyrese Gibson, Megan Good, Lorenz Tate, and The Game.
I want my son!
Waist Deep. Rated R. Starts June 23rd at theaters everywhere.
Hi, may I take your order?
I'd like a classic single combo, but instead of fries, I'd like a baked potato.
No problem.
No matter which combo you choose, only Wendy's gives you more choices than ever. Now pick one of 7 different sides at no extra cost, so you get the perfect combo. Everyone loves choices, so come to Wendy's and do what tastes right. It's simple. One family, one vehicle. The all-new Chevy Suburban with seating for up to 9 and an estimated 21 miles per gallon highway. Suburban, an American revolution.
Welcome to subliminal advertising. Don't worry, it will only affect your brain.
Embedding Lyman. Embedding Lyman.
Subliminal advertising complete.
On DVD, Dave Chappelle throws the ultimate party. Hilarious.
What I gotta do to make you understand? Don't look at me like I'm crazy.
The full-length, unrated movie.
Oh, hippolicious.
Dave Chappelle's Block Party.
There's something wrong with you.
Get it on DVD Tuesday.
This special presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC brought to you by Chevrolet, America's brand. Chevy, an American revolution. Sprite with Lyman, thank you, and obey. And the new thriller Waist Deep, in theaters everywhere June 23rd.
Just past the midway point, second quarter, as the Mavericks leading by 4. Again, this postseason is a coming out party for Josh Howard. Howard, a terrific young player, his 3rd year out of Wake Forest. He might be in Dallas right now, but he can't leave his hometown no matter where he goes. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Some special people are back there that he thinks about all the time.
Home is where the heart is, and that's how I was brought up. I've always been around my grandma and my mom, and they're a big part of my success. So, I mean, that's all I think about. Just being successful and graduating from college. I know that was a big thing for my grandma. I had the opportunity to leave college early, but stuck around one more year, and I think it was good for me, helping mature as a man and as a person.
Well, he's certainly maturing as a player as well. As Wade misses, ball knocked loose. Howard also says he wants to win a championship for his mother, who worked in nursing homes when they were growing up. She used to go to all his games throughout his career when he was a kid, and he says she never shut up. All she did was cheer and yell and scream all game long and say, "Mom, please be quiet." No way. Mom was too proud of her son who just made a pretty pass.
Absolutely. Right now, Shaq has only had 2 shot attempts in his first half.
Wade can't put it in. He scored the first bucket UB for them, hasn't scored since.
Exactly right. Now Dallas doing a terrific job on the defensive boards.
Howard inside. 13 straight points by the Mavericks. And their lead is 8, the largest of the first half. They have that explosive ability in a short time. Haslam, nice move inside.
When Miami attacks the basket, Mike, good things have happened for them. They've gotten fouled. They've taken 14 foul shots. Their problem is they're shooting such a low percentage, and they cannot get any second shot attempts.
Well, hard foul. Both players go down hard, but that was just a good, clean block. It looked worse than it was because of the way Terry went down. Haslam picks up his second. He's shaken up as well.
Now, this is just a great defensive move by Haslam. He's coming from the other side. You're going for the shot block. And watch it, you're going to see right up top. He goes for the shot block, and Terry gets away with pushing that left hand out right into Haslam's chest.
So Haslam shaken up. That's his second foul. And then one of those underrated players. Yes, Terry to the line. Terry had that great game 1, 32 points. He is starting to become a big-time playoff performer. Again, his first 5 years with Atlanta, never played. Then he comes here to Dallas and was a big part of last year when they lost in the conference semifinals, and this year's had some big games, including game 1.
Well, Mike, he's been very consistent throughout the year. Second in scoring to Nowitzki. He shoots a good percentage from the floor, a high three-point shooter, and then also an excellent foul shooter. And naturally, we would have to miss that because of that statement. But we know that he is a good mid-80% shooter on the line.
He's not a pure point guard. He's more of a scoring point guard, and that's been the biggest adjustment for him. And he's the guy that had to try and replace Steve Nash as the starting point guard here. Walker, nice fake, but he lifted his pivot foot. That's the third travel called in the first half on Miami.
Well, right now, with 4 minutes to go, one team has 37 points, the other team has 30. What is killing them at both ends, Miami, 9 turnovers, and Dallas has 10 turnovers.
And sometimes they go stretches without getting it to Shaquille O'Neal as Nowitzki short. Dampier, the offensive rebound. He's got 6 boards here in 10 minutes off the bench. Nowitzki to Griffin. Nowitzki fouled. Wade reaches in. That's going to be the second foul on Wade. The Heat not in the penalty.
We told you early that anytime there's double team. Now look at Shaq. See, Shaq is working. He's in the painted area like that. You can see the frustration. Anytime that you got a big man who can score and shoot a high percentage, Shaq leads the league every year, over 60%. He's shooting over 60% in the playoffs. When he has his man that low pin, you must give him the basketball.
He needs to get up more shot attempts. As Nowitzki gets inside. Nice pass from Terry, his 5th assist.
Good movement. Good movement, Mike. They're moving extremely well without the ball. And then the guy is making the extra pass to find the man for the high percentage shot.
A 16-2 run. Largest lead of the half for Dallas. And again, their defense has been superb. Now they get it to O'Neal. And O'Neal finally gets another 2.
There's not much you can do about that, Mike. When he goes for that jump hooker, the baseline jump shot, or the power move, you're at his mercy.
I think he's going to tell his teammates something at halftime.
I would think so. And more important, Miami fans hope so.
Under the 3-minute mark. Howard the fake. And a 3-second violation. Offensive 3 seconds. And now we'll have a timeout. Avery Johnson not happy with that turnover, but overall his team playing well. Jason Terry and the Dallas Mavericks a 7-point lead here in game 2 with just over 2.5 remaining in the second.
Introducing the all-new 2007 Chevy Tahoe with available features like a power remote liftgate, release fold and tumble second row seats. And rear view camera system. Chevy Tahoe, an American revolution.
The biggest thing in business is actually quite small. Introducing the Motorola Q. Ultra thin, fully loaded. It's the world's slimmest smartphone. Exclusively from the nation's largest high-speed wireless broadband network. Available now at Verizon Wireless stores everywhere. Verizon Wireless, it's the network.
The world's most powerful device is in his hands.
Yeah. Cool. You wanted a universal remote?
I'm so tired of having this argument.
That controls your universe. I skipped the whole fight.
Adam Sandler.
Those documents gonna take me months.
Better get started.
Wow, I got a big headache.
You do? Click.
Everyone's watching to see what
You are on it.
Rated PG-13.
Okay, what's with the phone? You had that out all night.
Oh, it's not just a phone. It takes photos with this little camera, and it also records little video clips.
Tomorrow, they've got talent, experience, swagger. The U.S. is ready to show the world they've got what it takes. First up, the mighty Czech Republic. USA versus the Czech Republic, 11:55 tomorrow on ESPN2.
When trailing at halftime in the postseason. That trend held up in Game 1. Will it hold up in Game 2? The Miami Heat down 7 as we head inside 3 minutes. T-Mobile halftime report coming up. Dan Patrick with Mark Jackson and Michael Wilbon. We talked about Shaq getting more touches, more opportunities. 3 field goal attempts first half. Do you blame Miami or credit Dallas?
Got to give credit to Avery Johnson and his strategy. Get the ball out of Shaq's hands and force other guys to beat him.
Shaq's been dumping the ball out quickly, but his teammates have been hitting. Miami's shooting under 30%. He's finding guys that are not responding.
All right. Plenty more coming up. T-Mobile halftime report, including a closer look at this man, Bob Delaney. Officiating in the finals, a far cry from the days of infiltrating the mob. More on that coming up at halftime. Let's go back to Mike Breen. Brady?
All right, Dan, it is an amazing story we'll look for. Meanwhile, right now, it's time for our Coors Light Freeze Cam. And it involves Dallas and the way they communicate.
Now keep an eye right here. Now this is just a great drop-off pass. There are 2 defenders on Dirk. He's going to pass the ball. Now watch when he passes. Both defenders go with him, give and go, take it to the rim. Now he already in this game has 12 points, 9 rebounds, and he's giving you the all-around look tonight.
Nowitzki was looking right at Terry. As soon as he passed it, he knew there was a chance for an opening.
In the playground, give it up and go. What is it? Give and go. Playground basketball.
Here you see O'Neal and Wade not been able to get it going. Now O'Neal getting the ball a little bit more. Wade wanted to lob it to him. Walker another 3, and Walker again shooting too many threes.
Now once again, see, they're in a zone defense, and they force them to kick it out and then take that big, long three-point shot.
Wade, lots of contact. I'm going to say before the shot. Now it's not a penalty, as Josh Howard will pick up his second foul.
Now Dallas doing an excellent job. Anytime that there's a timeout and Miami has possession, they change up. They usually will play a zone defense to negate whatever Miami's strategy was coming out of their huddle. Now they've done a good job forcing long jump shots.
So Griffin comes in. Stackhouse is now on Wade. They've really done an excellent job on Wade. Now Griffin comes up on him in his zone.
That's right.
Haslam.
We said at the top, what had to improve? Their attack versus the zone. The middle of the zone is open. When Shaq is in the game, if he steps into the middle, he's open. The guy is playing behind him. If he's on one side of the lane, the middle of the zone is open.
Stackhouse. Terry and Jason Williams bumped him. Terry got a decent shot off as Williams picks up the foul.
Now that was just a smart play by Jason Terry. Keep an eye on Miami here right now. Now watch in the middle of the zone. See, Shaq is coming to the one side, so the man's coming with him. But once you catch the ball in the middle, Dampier, if he leaves Shaq, they're going to hit Shaq. You're going to get dunked on. So beautiful move by Haslem.
O'Neal again, his 3 shot attempts in his 18 minutes of play here in the first half. Terry way short. Yes, the Mavericks missing some free throws.
Right, tonight we're seeing guys who shoot in the mid-80s miss their foul shot.
6-point game with just over a minute and a half left in the second. Walker again. Now, that's a good look that time, but he just can't get him to go.
No, you see, now that's the problem. For Dallas, it's great. Play man-to-man, double-team Shaq, force him to pass, make the other guys make the shot.
Terry hits the bottom of the rim, but Adrian Griffin, the rebound.
That's just hustle, hustle, hustle.
Nowitzki, Stackhouse for 3, knocks it down.
Now that is great team play. Adrian Griffin out-hustled Jason Williams for that ball. Dirk Nowitzki had a shot at the foul line. He makes the extra shot, pass into the corner for a wide-open 3.
And again, the hustle of Griffin, the intangibles of Adrian Griffin, and a carry. Wade turns it over, and that's number 9 for Miami. This happened in game 1, last couple of minutes of the second quarter. Dallas turned it on.
Well, the people remember now, game 1, Miami only scored 13 points in the second quarter, 12 points in the fourth quarter.
Final minute of the first half.
It's a clear out.
Haslem gets right up on Nowitzki. Stackhouse, a long 3, does it again, and a foul! Chance for a 4-point play. Jerry Stackhouse back-to-back 3s. And he'll get to add another with the free throw.
Now, Stackhouse, we know, has been a scorer ever since he came in the league. This is just a great concentrated look, takes the hit. Now, this is a young man who at one time for Detroit scored 29 points a game. But now he's accepted a role coming off the bench, 13 points, 5 rebounds in game 1, and now he is off and running here in game 2.
And Wade with his 3rd foul. Didn't look like there was much contact. And Wade yelling at Steve Jabby. I think we got a technical foul on Dwayne Wade.
Well, the one thing you cannot do is yell at this crew. This crew will only take it for a short period.
It's against Pat Riley, not Wade, or is it against Wade? They'll shoot the 1-shot technical. They originally announced that it was Riley as Nowitzki misses the free throw, but it is Wade. So Wade picks up the technical. Again, we've seen so many of these playoff games where are decided by a point or two. You can't be giving away points by losing your temper. And there's the technical right there on Wade. Plus, now Wade, again, you're 1 technical away from automatic ejection. If you pick up your second, you're done. I understand his frustrations, but he got to hold back.
That's right. And Pat Riley's taking him out of the game right now. He just does not want to have him maybe pick up a foul or pick up a turnover. And most important, not pick up a touchdown.
They've blown this open with a 13-point lead.
See, Dampier is fighting Shaq. He's really fighting him hard to front him. And then when he's fronted, when they brought the ball back to the top of the circle, Dampier out-hustled the passer. He fronted Shaq again, forcing a bad angle on that pass.
Eric Dampier, the 10th-year center out of Mississippi State, has done an excellent job against O'Neal so far in this series. About a 2.5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Harris lost it. Stackhouse for 3. Gary Stackhouse as the shot clock expires. Williams gets it off in time, but falls short. And the Mavericks end the half on an 11-0 run and lead by 16.
Now This is just alert play. You can see he's running backdoor, and now when he sprints to that corner, Peyton was laying off him. And then what happens? A good pass and a miraculous shot.
Let's send it over to Stuart Scott.
Mike, thanks a lot. Eric Dampier, Shaq had 11 shots in game one. Everybody with the pulse knew he'd take a lot more this game. But he only has 3 at the half. What are you all doing to keep him away from the basket?
Well, I think it's just a team effort. We're out there helping everyone else when we're out there on the floor. Guys are getting them different looks. We just try to play the best we can. Obviously, we know he's going to touch the ball a lot. He's an excellent player, so we're just going out there and making a team effort.
When does Dirk decide to actually crash down on the double once he touches it?
It depends on if he's in scoring position or not. We've been coming a lot. He's been passing it out, which make those guys make big plays, but they haven't been making a lot of plays. We've been hitting the board, and we're able to get out in transition. And we're running. We're making shots right now.
All right, Eric, good luck in the second half. 0 points for Eric Dampier, but 6 huge rebounds, Mike.
Another strong performance from Dampier, and the Dallas bench after the break was sent it to Dan Patrick, Michael Wilbon, and Mark Jackson for the T-Mobile halftime report. Jerry Stackhouse scores the last 10 points for the Mavericks. They're up 16 at halftime of Game 2.
I'm out in the cold, fighting so there's nowhere to go. I'm out in the cold.
Jesse James and Frank James, Billy Kid, all the rest. Supposed to be some bad cats out there in the West. But when they dug me and my gangster ways, they hung up their guns and made it to the grave. 'Cause I'm a gangster of love. Say I'm a gangster of love. Well now, when I walk down the street, all the girls that I meet say he's a gangster of love. Oh, let me invade her. All
right. Clicks, the new fragrance from Axe.
Chevy Impala SS with active fuel management, which means that a powerful 303 horsepower V8 also gets great highway mileage. Since Impala SS gives you 8 cylinders for power and 4 cylinders for better fuel economy, there's also the security of a 5-star frontal crash test rating. The Impala SS. It's a whole new animal. That's an American revolution.
Men of the square table, when toasting, do we clean tops or bottoms?
Let's just take a look.
If the tops touch, then our saliva is touching.
Well, then technically that would qualify as a kiss. Oh, come on. Tell you what, why don't we just touch bottoms?
No thanks, Hollywood. I ain't into that.
Bottles. Man-law?
The great taste of Miller Lite, always a good call.
The finals on NBA.com. Exclusive photos. Broadband video highlights. Blogs, podcasts, and chats. Live stats, player profiles, and expert analysis.
Outcome, but we know they're going to come home.
Complete finals coverage 24/7 on NBA.com or AOL.com/NBA.
You ask me what I want this year, just a chance that maybe we'll find better days. So take these words and sing out loud. The world begins again.
From the NBA Finals in Dallas, Texas, welcome to the T-Mobile Halftime Report.
Dallas led by 2 and won Game 1 by 10, leading Game 2 by 16 at halftime thanks to a 27-6 run to close out the first half. And a big reason, Jerry Stackhouse, the former Tar Heel. He scored the final 10 points of the first half. He's got 12 points so far. T-Mobile halftime report. I'm Dan Patrick, along with Mark Jackson and Michael Wilbon. Let's look at the Mavs and the positives, and with the Miami Heat and Shaquille O'Neal. Where do you want to start?
Oh, with the Mavs, you talk about Dirk Nowitzki, 4 assists, taking the double teams, finding guys wide open, and those guys are rewarding his trust by knocking down shots. That will open up offense for Dirk down the stretch. When you talk about the Miami Heat, Shaquille O'Neal doing the exact same thing, passing out of the double team, but his troops are not knocking down shots. If they don't knock down shots, then Avery Johnson looks like a genius and forces other guys to beat him.
All right, let's look at Shaquille O'Neal. This is the last 4 quarters of how he's played, and the numbers aren't pretty for Shaquille O'Neal. What numbers jump out at you there, Mark?
I think obviously the free throw shooting, but the points. They are taking Shaquille O'Neal out of this series. Give Avery Johnson a lot of credit with the double teams, daring other guys to beat him. Dwayne Wade can beat him with his offense from the perimeter, but he is not allowing Shaq to be a force in this series.
Yeah, but Michael, at what point does Shaq say, I have to take matters into my own hands here?
He can't do that when he's being double and triple teamed that quickly. I mean, before he can put the ball on the floor, Dallas is hitting 2, sometimes Dirk at 7 feet, as big as Shaq is the second guy in to double team. They're going to have to hit some shots. Center is still a dependent position, and Shaq is dependent on some teammates helping him.
But you've also seen Shaq getting very frustrated.
But give Shaq credit because he's making the basketball play. He's playing the right way. He has to give up the basketball.
All right. It's all good in Deutschland these days. You got Dirk Nowitzki doing well in the finals, and Germany, his homeland, continues hosting soccer's World Cup after winning its opener.
The NBA Finals are sharing the world's attention with another event underway in Germany, and the United States is a part of it. Tomorrow, Team USA takes to the pitch for its first match. 4 years of waiting, of rising hopes, world rankings, and expectations finally are put to the test on the biggest stage for the world's most popular sport. It's a critical Game 1 in the tournament's toughest pool. Team USA versus the Czech Republic. The FIFA World Cup. One game changes everything.
3 decades ago, one of tonight's game officials worked undercover fighting organized crime. Coming up, the story of Bob Delaney.
The T-Mobile Halftime Report, brought to you by T-Mobile, official partner of the NBA Finals.
And we are here courtside with Vince Carter. Vince, you were amazing out there.
And that's why we don't feed the dog people food. Hey, Uncle Carl.
Hey, Ma, how you doing?
All refrigerators make a little noise. How about some avocado? We can make guacamole. Cook it medium heat.
Don't put it on the phone. No, don't put it. Hey, Grandma.
With T-Mobile, families talk free. Now share 1,000 whenever minutes, just $69.99.
The dog, yeah, he's bulimic.
T-Mobile, official wireless partner of the NBA Finals.
Got my whole life in this thing. Check out this new song I'm mixing. Still rough. All artists say that. Got the new Rockaware campaign. Shot it in Aspen. Think it's kind of cool. Love playing chess online. Hold on. This game is over. I wonder if he knows. Vacation photos you won't see in the tabloids. New Frank Gehry plans for my team in Brooklyn. See that? Cool. Just start organizing my world tour. Trying to be a rock star and a role model. Gotta track all my investments because I'm retired, right? My passport says Sean, but you may know me by another name. Holla.
HP Pavilion Entertainment Notebooks with Intel Centrino Dual Mobile Technology. The computer is personal again.
I want a Sunday kind of love, a love to last past Saturday night, and I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight, and I want a Sunday kind of love.
When it comes
to the dating game, you win some.
You're hot as hell.
You lose some.
Do you have roommates?
I live with my father, actually.
Oh.
And some you might want to forfeit.
So you're a swinger? Yeah. Right.
Starting tomorrow,
I'm ready.
2 coaches will help 4 sexy singles.
First date without a kiss is an appointment. It's an appointment.
Take their game to a whole new level.
Bring it on.
How to Get the Guy. Series premiere tomorrow at 10/9 Central, only on ABC.
Register now to vote for your NBA Finals Most Valuable Player. T-Mobile customers text MVP to MyNBA. That's 69622 for a free vote. And all fans can go to NBA.com online or your phone's browser to register. T-Mobile halftime report continues. There can be a lot of stress for NBA officials like Bob Delaney, who's in his 20th season working. He's working tonight's game, too. You get yelled at from fans to coaches to players to owners, but as Lisa Salters points out, that really doesn't compare to the kind of pressure Delaney faced some 3 decades ago.
54-year-old Bob Delaney plays the role of basketball cop.
Bob Delaney had that one all the way.
For 19 years, he has maintained order and discipline in the chaotic world of the NBA.
Hand check, no shot, no!
I don't feel any level of intimidation. I don't feel any level of not being able to handle a situation.
In 1973, Delaney was 21 years old when he joined the New Jersey State Police. 2 years later, he was selected for a special assignment, Project Alpha, a joint operation between the police and FBI. He and 2 other officers were to go undercover to infiltrate the mob. To lead this double life, Delaney was given a new identity.
Bobby Covert was my undercover name. The story that we had that I had developed as my background is that my parents were killed in an automobile accident and that I inherited quite a bit of money.
Bobby Covert had his own credit cards, his own social security number. Bobby Covert even had a phony rap sheet that made him look like a thief.
My background was developed, and it was developed to hopefully be able to stand up to any kind of scrutiny or investigation that was done by criminals. I would dress like them. I would act like them as much as I could, so I became part of them.
Bobby Covert began infiltrating the mob as the owner of a small trucking business just outside of New York City. While getting deep inside the Bruno and Genovese crime families, Covert began secretly recording their conversations.
There's a lot of fear. I would be very good at being able to have a conversation. I'm wired with a tape recorder, have a conversation with organized crime figures, do the kissing on the cheek, do that whole kind of thing. As I would leave that meeting, get in my car and pull 5 miles down the road, I'd have to pull over to the side and throw up. Or find the first gas station I could find to get in because I had diarrhea. Now, I didn't tell anybody that because that was admitting to my own fear. But my fear was that if I was found wearing a tape recorder or I was thought to be an informant, informants die in that world.
A guy puts the word out that they think you're a snitch, a rat, a stool pigeon, you know, that's where you're going to get killed.
Using the alias Donnie Brasco, Joe Pistone was an undercover FBI agent who spent 6 years infiltrating the Bonanno crime family. His story was later told in the movie starring Johnny Depp and Al Pacino. On one occasion, Brasco was brought in for a sit-down to settle a dispute involving Covert. Neither knew the other was a cop.
I was kind of impressed with the way Bobby handled himself during the beef. Even I didn't know who he was, but I was thinking to myself, this guy's pretty cool under fire, because if he loses this beef, he's going to get killed.
On September 28, 1977, Project Alpha came to an end, 2.5 years after it began. 29 people connected to organized crime were arrested and brought here to the West Orange, New Jersey Armory for processing. Surrounded by more than 300 members of law enforcement, Bobby Covert's true identity was revealed.
This day that I was waiting for to happen for 2.5 years, it's going to be the greatest day of my life. I'm going to come back out. Everybody's going to know I'm a trooper. Everybody's going to know I wasn't that bad guy. And I'm feeling at the end of the day like the biggest bum in the world. because I turned in my friends.
Bob Delaney spent the next 3 years testifying against his former mafia friends. Then in 1980, he started officiating high school games to work himself back into shape after being undercover. He worked his way up through the ranks and became a full-time NBA referee in 1987, at which point he retired from the police force. Today, almost 30 years after Project Alpha, Bob Delaney says he's still constantly aware of his surroundings, but never afraid.
I don't think that there's a sanctioned organized crime hit on Bob Delaney. There may be one individual, but that's no different than any law enforcement officer. I don't live my life in fear on a daily basis where I'm going to stay in a house and not come out. I'm going to live my life.
Well, the abuse you take as an NBA official doesn't seem so bad if you're Bob Delaney after what he's been through. Jerry Stackhouse scored the final 10 points of the first half, including the 7th 4-point play in NBA Finals history. It's Dallas up by 16. Mike Brain, QB Brown with the second half call coming up.
The T-Mobile Halftime Report, brought to you by T-Mobile, official wireless partner of the NBA and the 2006 NBA Finals MVP vote. The second half is next after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Number 3, Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace.
I love you more. No, I love you more. Oh, it's game time. I gotta go.
With T-Mobile, families talk free. Now share 1,000 whenever minutes, just $69.99.
No, you ain't gonna. No, you ain't gonna.
T-Mobile, official wireless partner of the NBA Finals.
You ain't gonna.
Men at the square table. As a culture, do we want to be remembered for this?
It's hilarious.
People laugh because it's moronic, not because it's funny.
This is man law, not caveman law.
Hey, have you done it? No. Then you don't know what you're talking about.
Crushing beer cans on your forehead is wrong.
Triple H is right. Cans ain't as thick as they once were. I mean, back in the day, you crush a can on your forehead, you were saying something. But now?
It's lame. You're right. You're right.
Man law? Man law.
The great taste of Miller Lite. Always a good call.
The One, making a music star, coming this July only on ABC.
How did this happen? A 72% increase in utility rates, costing consumers and seniors, while energy companies make record profits. The special interests already have their governor. We need one of our own. Martin O'Malley, taking on BG&E to stop the rate hikes, a detailed plan to make energy more affordable. O'Malley will stand up to lobbyists and powerful corporate interests, strengthen middle-class families, and make Maryland strong again. Martin O'Malley, Governor.
Free, weekly, Press Box, Baltimore Sports, period.
He kind of looks like a baby.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you.
This guy's crazy.
Baby back.
But you want to know what's even crazier? Settling for anything less than DirecTV. You get 100% digital picture and sound on every channel, even on all your local channels.
Come on, get in my belly!
Call today to get our most popular programming package for free. There's good TV, there's better TV, and then there's DirecTV.
Halftime of Game 2 of the NBA Finals from Dallas to the Mavericks. A strong second quarter. They lead by 16 as we get set to start the third quarter, trying to go up 2-0 in this best-of-7 series. Logan, everyone, with QB Brown, Mike Breen on hand. Boy, did Dallas play very well in that second quarter. Shot the ball well, defended well. So kudos to them, but what's wrong with the Miami Heat, UB?
Well, the shooting is just terrible, all right? We're talking field goals, three-point on the foul line. Plus, you've got to get Shaq and Wade going.
Our Gatorade Cooler Talk focuses on these two.
Yeah, you can see right now, Wade is having difficulty with the ball. He already has 3 turnovers. And at the offensive end of the floor, he is struggling. He's 2 for 7. He's getting himself in bad angles and releasing low percentage shots. Then when the frustration set in, Steve Jabby caps it off. Now Shaq only has 3 shot attempts. Basically, Dallas doing a great job double teaming him. But when he's open like this, time and time again, in the middle of the lane, in front of the basket, he must receive the ball, especially when the defender is playing behind him. Now you can see the points naturally. Wade with 2 for 7 and the 3 turnovers, and then Shaq with only 3 shot attempts. You've got to be able to get the ball to your key guys.
Well, let's give a lot of the credit, though, to the Dallas defense as we go over to Stuart Scott.
Mike, you would think with the 15-point lead, all would be good for the Mavericks, but Coach Avery Johnson said his team played very sloppy for about a quarter and a half. They have 11 turnovers. They've been averaging about 11 turnovers an entire game. He said he told his team, stay aggressive, but you got to play smart. As long as you play smart, he said, we'll be all right. Now for a report of the Heat, let's go to Lisa Salters.
Well, Stu talked to Heat assistant Bob McAdoo, and he said the mood in that locker room not very good. Guys are very tense and very upset. They know that in that half they got out everything by the Dallas Mavericks. Also, Shaquille O'Neal, everyone in the building knew that he was going to get the ball, but McAdoo said what the problem is, they're double teaming him. They are going to make our other guys beat them, and so far, our guys aren't stepping up. Mike?
That's what Pat Riley keeps saying, Lisa. They need balance. They need guys to hit timely shots. Nowitzki, very patient, and the lead is up to 18.
We're seeing a lot of double teaming on Dirk, and then just look at this, 10-0 and 11-0. That's the Dallas defense, and then taking advantage of missed shots, getting out in the open floor and scoring in their transition game.
O'Neal fouled on the second tip. But again, you see the double team swarming him. Haslam did a good job of threading the needle there with the pass. And now O'Neal to the line where he is 0 for 3 in this game.
Well, this is something that Shaq is fighting throughout the entire game. The double teaming anytime that the ball is played. This is one of the very few times that he's had a catch where he was right in a position to dunk the basketball.
And now he has to step up and hit free throws. Now for the series, he's 1 for 13.
Well, they're giving him strong double teams. They come sometimes when he makes the catch. Sometimes they wait until he puts the ball on the floor. Then in the zone, 2 guys are paying attention to Shaq. They're making it extremely difficult. Now, when he does pass out, how about the perimeter guys? Walker, Wade, and Williams are only 4 for 17.
Nowitzki, O'Neal trying to help. Shot clock winding down. Nowitzki takes his time. Tough shot, and Haslam defended him well.
Haslam was right up in his face. A lot of pressure that time.
Jason Williams able to rattle it in. Williams now with his second field goal.
Well, as we go into this quarter, we must see Miami step up defensively. They've got to do a better job, mainly because Dallas is shooting over 50% from the floor now.
And again, Miami's a team that early in the season, they were not what you would call a good, consistent defensive team. But Pat Riley really worked on it, said they need to play better help defense. So they're a much improved defensive team. We can help them get back in the game. Shot clock down to 5. Howard double team. And it looked like he traveled. Nope. Ball knocked out of bounds by Walker with 2 left on the 24. Look at the look on Walker's face with Steve Jabby.
Well, there's a lot of frustration here at the Miami end. There's no doubt about it. Shooting in all 3 categories down, the 10 turnovers, a nightmare, and then naturally your 2 key guys, meaning Wade and O'Neal, cannot put up numbers. When Haslam is your high scorer with 3 field goals at halftime, you know you're in trouble.
Terry has to throw it up, and a 24-second violation. They have to shoot within 24. It has to hit the rim. It doesn't, so a turnover.
Well, you have a veteran team. Pat Riley has a veteran ball club. You know you just have to inch it back into this game. You have plenty of time. You know, you're down 15 points. What you want to do is get it down, say, to 8 to 10 by the end of this quarter, and then just work your way. You're on the road. You got to work hard.
With the deflection, Sagala Jock's defense. Good transition D from the Heat. But another turnover for Miami.
Another bad pass. The passing angles have been just brutal.
Terry, nice move inside. Foul, count it. And Terry with a chance for a 3-point play.
this is just great defense. We've seen this time and time again. Right there. How about that? Gambling. Gambling on the side. Jop gets the hand. Now, right here, this is just poor defense. Now, Haslam just never stepped out. Anytime that your man is screening and Jason Terry is coming off the screen on the right side of the floor, you must help out. That is his side of the floor.
Terry, 11 points, 6 assists, just 1 turnover, having another strong game. And the lead back up to 18. Williams fires away, hits a 3. I don't know if that's the shot that Pat Riley.
No, they need him because he's a very streak shooter, and once he gets going, you know, he can hit that jump shot on the dime, coming off the screen or in transition.
He was red hot in Game 6, the clinching victory against Detroit in the conference finals. They could use more of that. Howard, quick shot, count it, and a foul. A 3-point play, and Howard with a free throw coming up. They've already had 1 4-point play. Now a chance for another.
Now we do not see that often, okay? And right now this is a potential 4-point play. You hit it right on the head, Mike. It would be the second one in the game, and we have not played a full 3 quarters.
Prior to this game, there'd only been 6 in NBA Finals history. We've got 2 here tonight in Game 2, and the lead 19, largest of the game. Josh Howard has bounced back from a poor shooting performance in Game 1. He's got 15. O'Neal doubled again. 2 7-footers on him. Walker able to get it in. Oh, if the Dallas, their defense, Hubie, in terms of doubling and recovering, sometimes it seems like there's 6 guys out there that have been hustling so well.
Well, it depends upon if Dirk is on the double team. If Dirk's on a double team, Shaq has difficulty seeing the people under the basket or the cutter is coming through the lane.
Wade on the drive, stripped by Griffin, but it gets its way to Posey, and Posey misfires on the 3. Howard can't get it to fall. Plenty of contact as Howard goes down. Crowd wanted a foul. O'Neal looking for a lob, trying to get it. Forces the action, lost it out of bounds. 9 left on the shot clock.
You've been really paying attention to the defense of Dallas. Shaq, when he catches that ball, you see that white shirt coming, either double team him on the baseline side or even on the paint side. They've done a terrific job.
O'Neal fouled. Jop picks up his 3rd, but he can't put it in, so he'll go back to the line.
When you rotate 10 guys, Mike, and you rotate 2 centers at 6'11", 7 foot on Shaq, there are a lot of fouls, and you just don't get upset at your guys because they're working hard. Just foul him every single time. Do not give him an absolute dunk. Force him to go to the line and make the foul shot,
which he hasn't been able to make as we go to Lisa.
Well, Mike, Udonis Haslam actually asked to come out of the game. Remember, he hurt his left shoulder on a play at the end of that half. He spent all of halftime icing it and told Riley that he wanted to give it a go. But again, he asked to come out of the game. Not sure whether he'll return.
That's unusual, Lisa. He is a tough player. And you can see some anguish on his face. He's hurting. O'Neal now 1 for 6. And these free throws, the misses are just killing the Miami Heat.
Now, there's Dirk Nowitzki. Now, this is the other side of his game, which has improved tremendously, the rebound. He's now with 10 rebounds, along with the double-figure points.
Griffin, a little shake and bake move from Griffin. Didn't have anywhere to go. Nowitzki, tough shot. And a push called on Dampier. That's going to be his 2nd. And the Heat will get it back.
Well, Dampier is giving everything that he has from a physical standpoint. He is moving his feet as well as I've seen him all season. He's fighting Shaq for position, and anytime Shaq gets the position, he's fighting to get over the top. And even if he does not get there, he's had a few deflections because of his long reach.
Just over 4 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Posey. There's the double again, right away. As soon as O'Neal touches it, Jason Williams, good drive, but can't finish. Those are the kind of shots they need to drop to get back into it. Stackhouse, no, offensive foul.
Yeah, good call.
As Terry, after the pass, barreled into Posey, who draws his second charge.
Well, Posey's excellent at picking up the foul, especially in their transition defense. He'll sacrifice his body. That time Terry got caught because he could not stop on a dime. He made the perfect decision putting that pass into the corner.
He'll sit with 2 fouls. Devin Harris back in. The depth of Dallas, such a key to their success. An excellent bench. Wade doesn't take many threes. Drive blocked from behind by Howard. Picked up by Nowitzki.
Look out, here they come.
Stackhouse to Dampier running the floor. And it's back to 19. The Heat will call time. And there'll be another standing ovation here at the American Airlines Center. Defense leading to offense after Josh Howard's block. The big guy running the floor and gets rewarded.
Thank you for watching ABC Sports. Home of the NBA Finals.
Hey guys, we're here.
Forerunner, expanding your universe. Toyota, moving forward.
I was thinking, you know, sometimes you find something so special and you just want to hold on to it. Beautiful on the outside, sure, but even more beautiful on the inside, and you just want to lock it up forever.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Yeah! These can liners really lock in that Rocky Mountain taste. Hey, while you're up, grab me a beer.
Every Coors Light can has a specially designed liner to lock in that frost-brewed Rocky Mountain taste.
Sweet.
Coors Light. Taste the cold.
There is a creature. It's not in the closet. It's not under the bed. It's in the backyard. It's hiding in the grass. It wants Wednesday. It wants the girl that lives under the pool.
Well, you're not a dog at all.
I'm scared. It was about to get very dangerous. Cleveland, run!
I thought it was gonna be safe.
Something went wrong.
Almost hurry. This will all be over in moments. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? M. Night Shyamalan's Lady in the Water. Rated PG-13. Starts July 21st.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
This special presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC, brought to you by Toyota. Choose any direction as long as it's forward. Toyota, moving forward. Axe Clicks, the new fragrance from Axe. And Warner Brothers' new motion picture, Lady in the Water, in theaters Friday, July 21st.
Back in Dallas, game 2, with almost 5 minutes gone by in the third. The Mavericks back up by 19. Our Coors Light Freeze Camp, all about the Dallas defense.
Now we tell you how active. Now keep an eye right in the middle of the lane. Now watch Shaq. Now that's Job. Job is off balance. Now watch how quickly he recovers. How about that? He could have just give up, play behind Shaq. No, he fought right over the top, got the hand, the deflection, and off they go for a dunk at the other end.
And you see Avery Johnson, what he's done with this team, getting him to play defense. They have bought into it, UB. They've got some very good individual defenders, but a strong defensive concept from the team as Wade knocks down just his 3rd field goal.
watching the Dallas team, Mike, you know, they talk about how great this bench is. Well, 4 guys off the bench are in their top 7 in scoring. So not only do they come off the bench, but they put numbers up. And that's why Avery can manipulate and change in a heartbeat whether he wants to play small, whether he wants to play big, whether he wants to play quick. It's kind of nice.
And he also has the option, if you're not playing defense, he'll take you right out. Posey deflects it out of bounds. Johnson said that game 1 was ugly, but we'll take the win. But he liked the fact that it proves his point that you can win with defense, and they certainly did. After a rough first quarter, they just shut down the Heat, much like they're doing here in game 2. Shot clock down to 6. Harris. Grave got a piece of it, and he still put it in.
Yes, he did. But that's his angle. See, he loves that angle. That's a very difficult way to go to score, Mike. You have to bank it in and play the board perfectly.
O'Neal falling away. And the rebound goes to Dampier.
Well, that's frustration. Shaq just said, you know, you can feel it. You can see it in his eyes. The lack of shot attempts. That's only his 4th attempt in the game.
And a foul on Posey. 14th foul on the Heat. We're approaching the midway point, 3rd quarter, game 2 of the NBA Finals. Dallas winning by 10 in game 1 and coming out even better here in game 2. Right now, with a 19-point lead, their defense just smothering the Heat stars Dwayne Wade and Shaquille O'Neal. Dallas looking for their first ever NBA championship. Nowitzki, and the lead is ballooned to 21.
He's negating the double team now. You know, ever since the energy level, once Miami went down by over 15 points, they're coming at him, but not as strong as they did early in this game. Consequently, he'll get up a high percentage shot for him.
Wade trying to draw the foul, a late whistle. Howard upset, Avery Johnson upset, about 20,000 fans upset as well.
Well, you better, the acting, you know, when you go down like that, you have to be careful because of the quick technical foul. You just do not want that at this air. Now, he played him as well as you can play him. See, he gets up in the air, but as he comes down, you can see he caught him right on the elbow. Caught him on the elbow. That was an excellent call.
Yeah, you can't be jumping up and down arguing when you hit the guy, although he's frustrated because that's his 4th foul. Howard's playing a terrific game.
Yes, he is.
Meanwhile, Wade is struggling. Wade, of course, had one of the best playoff series we've seen in a long time through the first 5 games against the Pistons. Then he got the flu, although he still made big shots in the clinching game 6. But they have done a good job. Game 1, though, he scores 28 points, has 6 rebounds. He has 6 assists, and people say, boy, Wade needed to do more. That's the level that he is set right
Absolutely.
now.
Absolutely. And tonight has just been total frustration. The turnovers in the first half, then the fact that he could not get off on a roll. He was 2 for 7, struggling from the field. And then that technical foul kind of upset him. So then naturally, Pat Riley had to take him out of the game.
Harris, alley-oop to Stackhouse.
When things are going, you'll try those kind of plays. You're on a roll right now. Everybody's moving without the ball, and you know that the passes will be there.
Stackhouse, 14 points in 16 minutes off the bench. And Wade, ball deflected. Wade looking at his right hand, holding it.
Now, we tell you that there'll be a number of guys play Wade. Already in this half, they've had Griffin, and they have Howard, and now they have Harris on them.
Entry pass forced in. O'Neal flips it up, can't get it to go. Shaquille O'Neal, now 2 for 6.
3 on 2.
Stackhouse, Harris, all hard foul. And they're going to stay on a pass.
Now just keep an eye to the right of your screen. This is just good recognition. Good dribbler seeing a man cutting on the baseline. Jerry Stackhouse, good catch, and the ability to rectify, come up with a nice shot. Here, this is just a strong move. This is a hard foul, but what you have to do and understand, they put the pressure on you in the open floor.
The NBA calendar as the finals continue on ABC Tuesday, Game 3 in Miami. 8:30 Eastern Time start, tip-off shortly after 9. Then Thursday, Game 4 also in Miami. And then Sunday, a Game 5 if necessary. Of course, you tend to overanalyze after one game to the next of each playoff series. And if the Heat fail to come back and are down 2-0, they're going to go to a place, Hubie, that they're very comfortable. They've been a great home team. And right now they're getting beat badly. Wade drives hard to the basket.
See, the defense, when you are a good defensive team like Dallas is the third best that we have in the NBA. Playing at home, playing away, really doesn't matter. You're in the fourth round of the playoffs. Your team will play with a lot of confidence. Got to put pressure on Miami to play big at home, and they shoot an outstanding percentage at home.
Ball knocked out of bounds. They get a new 24. Remember, the Mavericks clinched all three of their previous playoff series on the road, including Game 7 in San Antonio, an overtime win. They're playing with a hunger right now. You can just feel it. Posey bodies up on Nowitzki. Good defense for Posey. Shot clock at 5. Nowitzki tells Stackhouse that, and Posey, not a smart play, with 2 on the 24. And they're in the penalty.
You sit back and you just look at this team, meaning Dallas. They are so good off the dribble. All of their perimeter people can put the ball on the floor, attack you, and get to the rim. Now you have to play them perfectly for more than 1 or 2 dribbles. And that's where the body contact will usually happen in an NBA game.
Stackhouse playing very well. Knocks down the first. Again, big-time player after 2 years at North Carolina. Was the 3rd overall pick with Philadelphia. And this is his 4th NBA team that he's played for. He's a 2-time All-Star. His first year in the NBA with Philly, his team won 18 games. Now he's in his first NBA Finals. Stackhouse, youngest of 11 kids from Kinston, North Carolina, getting a chance for his first ring. 23-point lead, largest of the game for Dallas. They have just blown this game wide open. Wade gets inside, but the hot step and another try.
Now just keep an eye here. Now you got to see he takes the 1 extra step.
Yep. Stackhouse. Good defense that time from Posey. Harris, the extra pass. Terry for 3. Jason Terry from downtown. And it's a 26-point lead for the Dallas Mavericks.
That's a perfect example of why this team is so dangerous. They're so unselfish. They continue and continue to not only sacrifice themselves defensively, but offensively, they will make that extra pass.
Walker comes back and hits the 3. Momentarily silences the crowd. There's a whistle. After they're going to negate it. No basket. It was a defensive 3-second count prior to the shot. Boy, when things go wrong, it's just one of those nights. Murphy's Law for Pat Riley and the Heat right now. I think Murphy had better luck than Miami. Now the officials will confer about it and see. Let's see what Delaney says. Defensive 3 seconds. So a technical foul. The 3-point shot will not count, and we'll go to Lisa Salters.
Well, Mike, during that last time out, Pat Riley told his team, you're all playing equally out there. You're all playing equally bad. But he said, look, you got to find a way to get back in this, and you got to do it by defending. He said, come on, there's a lot of time left. But so far, Mike, they're not responding.
Well, the way Dallas is playing, it's not easy to respond.
That's right, because their defense, the Dallas defense, is just overwhelming the offensive team. And you can see there's a young man who had a nice, solid first half. Unfortunately, had to step out because of the shoulder injury. Now they miss his presence. Right now, here we go. Got a little zone now once again after a timeout.
Walker spinning. Let's move from Walker. Again, that's what you want to see him do more of because he's capable down low.
Pat Riley, he's making a good statement to his team. But we got to play defense at the back. The only problem is this team is shooting over 50%, and they're on fire. They're making all of the right decisions.
Blocking foul called on Wade. Got in too late. So Wade now with 4 fouls. And Eric Dampier will go to the free throw line. Yeah, we'll have a timeout. Under 3 minutes remaining in the third. Shaquille O'Neal and the Heat in some big trouble in game 2.
This is it. It's all on the line. You never know when you can get here again.
This time I'm gonna be KG. All right, I'm D-Wade.
2, 1.
All day, baby, all day.
What? Ready? Mississippi. 2 Mississippi.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
I'll tell you what's coming, and you still won't hit it. Bring it then. Why don't you try it on your hand?
Want to keep the game going? Gatorade.
Ready to lose again?
Shut your big head up.
Is it in you?
It's called drifting.
Welcome to Tokyo.
They live on the razor's edge. This Friday, catch the drift. The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, rated PG-13.
At what point does a car do more than take you from point A to point B? When does it come to life? When does it become your co-conspirator? When does a car become more than just a car? Introducing the all-new 268 horsepower Toyota Camry. It's time to move forward.
Oh, I stole his password online and hello. Makeover. I got hair extensions, plumped at the lips, and snapped the hottest headshots. Hollywood, here I come. Tell me what you think. Unbreak my heart, say you love me again. Undo this hurt that you caused when you walked out the door and you walked out of my life.
Citi Identity Theft Solutions. Talk to a real person to help get your life back. Free when you get a Citi credit card or Citibank account.
The Pink Panther pounces on DVD June 13th. A crime, a girl. I didn't kill him. And a detective. What could possibly go wrong? Newspapers! Steve Martin, Kevin Kline, Beyonce Knowles on special edition DVD June 13th.
This June, you won't believe your eyes. ABC presents the most extreme, over-the-top, eye-opening show ever. Master of Champions. Premieres Thursday, June 22nd, only on ABC.
Jason Terry and the Mavericks up by 23. Terry, one of 10 kids growing up in Seattle, helped his mom raise his brothers and sisters. Very close-knit family. And this is a big reward for his mom.
Getting to the championship level is her dream. I mean, she's a gym rat more so than I am. And, you know, she's still back in Seattle. You can find her at a local gym watching the next AAU star coming up. And it's amazing. But, you know, she struggled with her health this last year. But seeing her in the stands every game is just a joy. And it almost brings tears to my eyes in warm-ups when I see her.
And she's had a very busy day, and she's here right now with our Stuart Scott.
Mike, you think we have busy travel itineraries? Before Jason Terry's mom, Andrea Cheatham, could make it here, she had, the last 24 hours pretty busy. What have you been doing?
Yes, I spent 7 hours on IV in the hospital. 9:30 this morning, my daughter Shakira graduated, and we hopped on the plane at 2 o'clock and came to the game. Got here at 8 o'clock, busted, got here first quarter.
So in the hospital for 7 hours yesterday, at your other daughter Shakira's graduation, on a plane here today. Why?
Jason Terry, Jet Terry, we've been behind him all the way through his career, and I wouldn't miss it for anything. He's the reason why we're here.
Your son calls you a gym rat. What does he mean by that?
I opened the gym and closed the gym right along with him. I've done it from the beginning, and I'll always be there for him. He's made it possible for us to have a better life, and we support him 100%.
Now, what's the story about when he was little? You all used to look at some houses, some really big houses in the Seattle area. What's that story, and what did he do for you?
Well, we always dreamed about, we lived on one side of the bridge, and we would always look to the east and say one day we would be able to live on the other side. And sure enough, 2 years ago he built us a beautiful house on Mercer Island, and now we live in school, and so that's our dream.
Richina, Mom of the Year. Thanks a lot. Mike, they always say behind every good man is a great mom. I think in front of Jason Terry is a great mom.
You bet, Stu. She was a bus driver in Seattle for 30 years, raising those 10 kids. But Jason, he was the second oldest, so he helped raise them as Walker hits a three-pointer with this place erupting with every Maverick basket. A 24-point lead under 2 minutes remaining in the third. This is just a good old-fashioned blowout, UB.
They're at the top of their game. There's nothing more to say about that.
And they've got terrific performances from a host of people. One of those total team efforts right now for the Mavericks. Terry threw it away. A rare mistake here in the third quarter.
That was a great pass. Dampier caught himself looking at the basket. Anytime that a guy is on the dribble, you have to be watching for a pass. That was put right on the money.
Nowitzki sits down with 16 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 assists. Wade, tough shot, contested nicely. And Harris the rebound as well. Look at Harris, race ahead. Nice pass, Stackhouse. Terry for three. And Mourning holds on. Wade forces it up, draws the foul.
Now here's the strength of Devin Harris. You can see the quick feet. He's excellent on the perimeter, people, and he puts a lot of pressure on a dribbler. Anytime that you can stay with Wade time and time again off the dribble, you know that you have great potential to be one of the outstanding defenders in this league.
Wade just 4 of 13 from the field. They have done an excellent job, as we've said, sending many different defenders on him. When we have a moment, remind you to log on to NBA.com or AOL.com/NBA. Follow the Mavericks and the Heat on your mobile phone with the finals real time, presented by Sprite.
I like what Avery is doing here today with his ball club. You know, he plays them in spurts now, especially in the second half, to keep the pressure on the Miami Heat. He wants that energy. He wants the fast break to be blazing quick.
Williams couldn't hold on to that rebound. Final minute of what has been an impressive third quarter for Dallas. Shot clock down to 7. And there's a foul. Ball on Antoine Walker. He yells at Bob Delaney. They're in the penalty, so Sagana Diop will go there.
Early on, we said there was not going to be any grabbing. There was not going to be any hitting with forearms or grabbing onto shirts. They have been so consistent. I know that, you know, the players are looking and saying, gee, you know, we're down so much. Can't we get away with something? You're not getting away with a thing here this evening.
Diop, in his first year here in Dallas, first 4 years with Cleveland, was injured. Didn't play a heck of a lot from Senegal. And he's now been part of a nice tandem with him and Eric Dampier. What a job they've done so far in this series.
Well, you got to give Diop a lot of credit. He dropped 30 pounds over the summer. They really made him into a defensive force. And then when you put he and Dampier together, it's quite a combo.
Walker hits another three. So Walker finding the range a bit, but yeah, it's a 21-point game as we wind down the third quarter. A little over a second difference between game clock and shot clock. Stackhouse for three. There's an exclamation point to this third quarter. They've thrown 32 points up on the board. Walker tries to return it. Rebound, Diop. Buzzer sounds. And the Dallas Mavericks with an 82-58 lead. They've been up by as many as 27. This presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
In this quiet neighborhood, one couple's wish for a family, honey, is about to come true. But their new bundle of joy,
police have a suspect in yesterday's diamond heist,
isn't who they think he is.
You get the diamond?
Not yet. I'm in timeout. From the creator of White Chicks.
You want to play a game of peekaboo, huh? Peekaboo, I see.
Little Man.
Do you want some company in there? Daryl!
bath time. Rated PG-13. In theaters everywhere July 14th.
Hey guys, we're here.
Forerunner, expanding your universe. Toyota, moving forward.
Vote now on WNBA.com for your WNBA All-Stars. Don't miss your chance to send your favorite players to the 2006 WNBA All-Star Game in New York City. Log on to WNBA.com, fill out your WNBA All-Star ballot, and you could even win a trip to Madison Square Garden for this year's All-Star Game. Celebrate the WNBA's 10th year anniversary by casting your ballot to bring the greatest players together on the same court at the same time. Vote daily and watch the WNBA All-Star Game July 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
This July, you'll cheer their performances, but that's just the half of it. Follow the journey to stardom, on stage and off. The One, Making a Music Star, premieres Tuesday, July 18th, only on ABC.
John, we have the new high speed. It's way faster than DSL. Show 'em. It's a pagoda.
Tell me you have more.
G-E-B to the C to the O. Need assurance, call Gapco. It's a tip for your whip with a sip of flavor from Gapco, cause they care. They flexible and fair. Will always kick you to the curb. Gapco will be there, save mad dough. Call Gapco for easy monthly terms, down payments that are low. More ding in your bank, more juice in your chain. Bump you out with bling. Go Gapco, face off so low, you feel like dancing. G-E-B to the C to the O. Need assurance, call Gapco. G-E-B to the C to the O. Call 1-800-GO-GAPCO.
Over 200 local weather stations. ABC2 News works for you.
Start of the fourth quarter, Mavericks by 24. A couple of timeouts ago in the third period, the Mavericks were up by 23, and this was Avery Johnson's huddle. Tonight's Hewlett-Packard inside the game.
Yeah, let's just stay focused. Come on. Tie score, tie game. Let's go. Tie game.
Well, they played like it was a tie game, Uwe.
Well, that's because he's played in over 1,000 games. He understands that things can change. What you do not want is your team to let up at the defensive end. They have just been outstanding. When you consider that Miami was leading in the middle of the second quarter, 28-23, they have been outscored 59-30, almost double. And it's all because of the smothering defense, 5 guys working on a string.
Wade comes up short. Rebound. Savannah Jot. Now, if the Heat ever came back, it'd be the greatest fourth quarter comeback in NBA playoff history. So let's say that Dallas will hold on. What can the Heat accomplish here in the fourth quarter?
Well, what you're trying to do with your guys is get yourself some type of an offensive flow, some type of a flow that will build your spirits so that you can say, all right, look, we're going to eliminate so-and-so part of the game plan. This is what I want you to concentrate from now to the end. Stay together as a team, run offensive sets, and then, please, let's try to dig in defensively. But you have to remember now, Dallas is up shooting over 53%, plus they've already made 8 threes.
Walker puts it in. Let's check in with Lisa.
Well, Mike, the official word on Udonis Haslem, not good news for the Miami Heat. Haslem has a bruised left shoulder. He will not return. He got hurt at the end of the first half, tried to come back, but you could tell that he was in a lot of pain. He will not play again tonight. Mike.
Again, he's one of their tough guys. In fact, Shaquille O'Neal says he's their Clemenza, using his Godfather analogy, but Haslem banged up. It has been all Dallas. Peyton. Walker drive, nice feed inside the morning, count it, and a foul. Again, when Walker takes it to the basket, it's amazing how things seem to turn out positive for Miami.
Well, Mike, one of the very few times this evening, though, that we see that, where someone will dribble down into the paint when the defender comes, drop it off, and allow one of the big men to get it done. They have done an excellent job in playing the defenders for 3+ quarters here, and then staying at home with Shaq and staying home that morning, so they did not give up the dunk.
Warning getting some extra minutes with O'Neal on the bench. Just over a minute gone by here in the fourth. Free throw shooting. The Heat have missed 9. They're 13 of 24. That certainly hasn't helped them. Hasn't made a difference in this game, but they've just been awful from the line the first 2 games.
Oh, it puts a lot of pressure on you in the next game, you know, that you got to step up here and shoot a decent percentage, especially at home.
Harris, shake and bake move, nice pass, but Jock loses it out of bounds.
Good defense that time by Miami, recovered. Now, let's look at Dallas. We all know that they have a very productive bench. The bench has contributed 36 points. Now, we know in this series, they rotate 5 guys. Miami only rotates 3. But right now, Jerry Stackhouse up there with 19 points with this group, and they're all putting numbers up.
Wade goes right at Jop, and Jop commits his 4th foul. This is exactly what Miami would want to see. Go to the free throw line, score some points with the clock stopped. Wade 6 of 8 from the line. Maybe Johnson might have to tell his team that score is tied again. A reminder, the FIFA World Cup continues Monday at 11:55 a.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The United States will play their first game against the Czech Republic. ESPN and ABC, your home for every game of the 2006 World Cup, presented by Adidas. Fans behind the basket trying to distract Wade. These fans have been just so much fun to watch. So into it, their team in their first NBA Finals. It'll be the same thing Tuesday when we go to Miami. The Heat, of course, in their first NBA Finals. That's been a great atmosphere as well. Boy, will the Heat need that.
You're down 18. You still have 10 minutes to play here right now. But it has to come defensively, and you must hold Dallas to 1 shot attempt.
Mavericks wisely taking their time. Shot clock winding down. Howard finds a seam. Offensive foul. That is the 4th charge that James Posey has drawn here tonight.
He's done a terrific job, and you could see him setting it up. He left this man and he came over. Now just watch to the right of your screen. See him come over? He anticipated that all the way.
That's 5 fouls on Howard, and he sits down.
Now you come down in your score here right now. Whether you get a 2 or a 3. You got 9 minutes, over 9.5 minutes to go. You know that you can make a run, but can you do it in this type of an atmosphere? Can you get Wade and Shaq off to score you some points?
Posey gets a look, can't put it down. Wade the rebound, goes right back up when he got hammered. And Wade will go back to the line for 2 more.
See, this is something that you talk about at playoff time, and that is, can you get offensive rebounds? Now we know that Miami has struggled all night. They're shooting in the 30s. There have been a ton of offensive opportunities. That is their 5th offensive rebound in this game. So give Dallas, not only are they playing the double teams, are they playing well off the dribble, they are doing a terrific job on their defensive board.
Well, Wade knocks down the first. Wade hanging in there. He has become more than just a basketball player. Gets to go to some very interesting celebrity events. Got a lot of flack from his teammates from being one of the most beautiful people. And part of it is, again, Yubi, it's not just the fact that he's so talented, but his goal is just to win. He is an unselfish, humble superstar that works as hard as anybody on the team in practice day after day.
Well, you talk to the coaches and players, they'll all tell you, he's humble, he listens, he does the right thing, and the biggest thing is he's the hardest worker on their team.
And he has not given up tonight. Team is within 16. The largest lead was 27. There's still over 9 minutes left. Nowitzki spinning. Harris can't get it to fall. Tip out by Dampier.
Great job by Dampier. See, that's one when you're making a comeback move that you must get that. You must get that loose ball and then come down, and who knows? You look at it, you say you're 16, who knows? You come down and make a 3 or a basket, get you back in the ball game. Instead, a terrific effort by Dampier. You get the basketball, you can run some time.
Avery Johnson calls time. The Heat have scored the first 8 points of the fourth, and they've cut it to 16.
Thanks for watching ABC Sports.
Home of the NBA Finals.
Welcome to Subliminal Advertising. For best results, do not blink.
Lime. Lemon. Lime. Lemon. Lime. Lemon.
Subliminal Advertising complete.
Every cop in the city,
We just want the kid.
wants him dead.
If I can find you, they can find you.
Except one
You don't even know me.
who will survive.
You're gonna ruin the lives of 6 cops.
16 Blocks. Buy it on DVD Tuesday.
My dearest Lisa, as we enter our first day apart, I already miss you terribly. Believe me, honey, it's no picnic out here. But don't you worry about me. Somehow, I'll get through it. And know in your heart, I will see you soon. Though, I just can't say when. Patrick.
You'll find it hard to come back. The 244 horsepower Pilot from Honda.
Hey, Joe. If you could have a beer with anybody, who would it be?
Anybody?
Anybody.
Be the guy that took me to my first ball game. A guy who could command a room from 100 miles away. Popular, but humble. People love the way he spoke. I just love the way he listened. Here's to you, Dad.
I woke up. It was a regular day.
All right, the bank's closed.
Oh, come on, we just
No,
need
we're
the
closed.
This will all be over in 5 minutes.
2 gunshots were heard.
How's everyone else? Where's everyone else?
What happened in there?
The Nine. A new series coming this fall, only on ABC.
Welcome back to the American Airlines Center in Dallas. The Dallas Mavericks lead the Miami Heat. A whole lot to a little bit here in Game 2 of the NBA Finals. The benefit of having a young billionaire owner who can relate to the desires of young millionaire players is state-of-the-art amenities. A new age locker room for the Mavericks where every individual locker room comes equipped with its own flat-screen TV, its own Sony PlayStation 2 video game, stereo, DVD player, receiver, Sennheiser headphones, and right outside the locker room, a contemporary weight room complete with the massage table. By the way, a massage therapist named Gary Fineski, a.k.a. Fingers, travels with the team. There's a pool table, a large flat-screen TV. It's kind of like home, and the amenities extend outside the locker room. This is the visiting bench. You know, standard chairs, decently soft. Okay, but this is the Dallas Maverick home team bench. Think first-class deluxe air-type seats, cushiony, soft leather. It's something called ergonomic. Mike, I can't spell it. I'd, be out of the Scripps National Spelling Bee, but basically ergonomic means built for big, tall people who want to be really, really, really soft.
All right, so that's all part of the home court advantage, Judy, that's been in the NBA since its inception.
Well, it's the perks and also the attraction for free agents. Guys that come here, they've done a terrific job. All Mark Cuban. The way they travel, he's upgraded every facet of this operation.
Dampier does a good job tipping it away from Mourning. Boy, Dampier making a lot of little plays. Harris can't get it to fall. Dampier's shot won't go. And Wade the rebound.
Dampier right now with 11 rebounds and 6 points, and with he and Jock, they've done a terrific job.
There's Walker. Walker on the drive. Boy, lots of contact there. Bad pass. Stackhouse with the save.
4 on 2.
Terry. Boy, they needed that bucket just to hold off Miami. It's back up to 18.
Well, it's an interesting thing in the NBA. When you go down and you have an opportunity to score a driving layup, you do not get the call or you miss the shot. It's amazing how fast the opposition scores, usually within 3 to 4 seconds.
And Devin Harris, his ball denial on Dwayne Wade, trying to get it. Harrison making it difficult. Blocking foul on Harris. That's the 4th team foul.
Give Darren Harris a lot of credit. He anticipated well that time. He was looking for the spin move.
If you're wondering what's the biggest comeback in NBA playoff history, it was 21. Antoine Walker was in that game. He played for the Celtics back in the 2002 Eastern Conference Final. They were trailing the New Jersey Nets by 21 going into the fourth quarter. Walker's team came back. He gave this big, passionate speech to his team between the third and the fourth quarter. They came back and beat the Nets. As Walker gets inside, blocked by Dampier. Steve Javie said, "I didn't see it. Whose ball?" Stay the same way.
Terrific block, Mike. Dampier is all over the place. You know, he's maximizing his potential. He's been extremely physical. But just watch as he comes out of here. We know that, you know, he and Jop are 2 of the top 10 shot blockers in the league.
Nice. Wade gets inside. Nice adjustment, but can't get it to fall. Tip won't go. Mourning gets the rebound. Stripped but fouled by Griffin. By the way, Keith Van Horn was on that Nets team that lost that huge lead. As O'Neal staying on the bench, only 5 points, 6 rebounds, and 29 minutes for Shaquille O'Neal. You see the finals lows. Again, his numbers are not what they used to be, and that's not his role anymore, but he was just ineffective here tonight, and the Mavericks defense a very big part of that.
The multiple defenses, give the Mavericks all the credit. They did a terrific job in the double teaming. They did an excellent job in the zones. They changed up people on them. They kept the fresh centers alternating, and it made it extremely difficult for him to even get a shot, and then also to even catch a pass.
You know, though, that he wants to come back in the game. Mourning getting an opportunity, and Mourning knocks it down. 9 points for Mourning. 16-point game, just under 7.5 to play.
Well, this is what Riley was hoping for. He's hoping that your guys, the guys that he left out on the floor that would make it, come play tough defense, lower it, give us some hope here.
Nowitzki, tough shot. Oh, boy. Got banged, falling away, off the dribble, and the 7-footer puts it in.
Now that's the part that you love it. He can make a bad situation into a great situation because of ability to get up and make them tough shots.
Mourning with a tough shot. He's in double figures, but the Heat can't afford to exchange buckets right now.
Right now, Dallas has, Stackhouse and Dirk out there along with Terry. Three tough scores.
Nowitzki, and he got fouled. And here again, you see the expanded game of Dirk Nowitzki. No longer just a shooter. He can put it on the floor. He can take it to the basket, and he'll shoot 2 free throws.
Now, coming into this, the 28 points and the 12 rebounds, and he is constantly taking it strong off the dribble. And throughout the playoffs, he was averaging over 10 foul shot attempts, and he's keeping the pressure on Miami. Yeah, I know Haslam did a good job on him. Posey does a nice job on him. But once he makes that catch, he's attacking the rim.
Just a slow development throughout his career. He was a first-round pick back in 1998. The Milwaukee Bucks took him, number 9, and then traded him to Dallas for Robert Tractor Trailer. And certainly for the Mavericks, one of the great trades in NBA history. He struggled a bit at times in his rookie year. John Nelson, who was the coach, then said he was going to win Rookie of the Year. Put some pressure on him. He wasn't ready for that. But he's ready for anything right now.
Well, first team All-NBA 2 years in a row. And then also third in the MVP voting.
Perfect pass. Jason Williams. 88-72. 16-point game. As we approach the midway point here in the fourth. Poked away by Posey. Well, at least from a Heat standpoint, you like the way they're fighting and scrapping after being down by 27.
Well, they really got to a number of times tonight trying to one-on-one Dirk on the right side of the floor. And they've done it by movement and also by screens and then sending the ball right back to him, allowing him to work.
He's got to put up a 3. Short. Shot clock is winding down. Heat will try to push. Williams fires a 3. Won't go. That's a quick shot. And a loose ball foul and a timeout. Just past the midway point of the fourth, Dwayne Wade and the Heat were down by as many as 27, trying to make a comeback, but it's still the Dallas Mavericks in control, looking to go up 2-0 in this best-of-7 series.
The tests are completed. The results are in. The all-new Kia Sedona is the first and only minivan to earn both the Insurance Institute's top safety pick and the government's 5-star crash safety rating in all 4 categories. The all-new Kia Sedona, the highest safety-rated minivan ever built. And with a 10-year warranty and $1,500 cash back, it's also the best value on the road.
I want a Sunday kind of love, a love to last past Saturday night, and I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight, and I want a Sunday kind of love.
Hello, I'm a Mac. And I'm a PC. We've got a little network going here, and it was very easy to set up. We speak each other's language. We share our internet connection and all sorts of things we do together. Who's this now? Oh, this is that new digital camera from Japan. Just came out. Hajimemashite.
Hajimemashite.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Wait. You speak her language? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Everything just kind of works with a Mac. Arigato.
ねえねえねえ、誰のオタクっぽくない？
Buongiorno. Hello.
I'd like to make a toast. Through thick and thin, this town showed grit. It took 77 of us to build the roller rink. Remember Stump Mahoney, Roland Gustafson, Roland Gilbert, Joe Claw, Bobby Bernstein, Bones Lamonia, and there was Jimmy Haas. Boy, could he jinx.
Introducing the Coors Light Cold Wrap label, insulated to help protect the cold from the heat of your hand. Because sometimes beer needs to stay colder longer.
John Claxton. There was Clayton Vogel. Let's see, who else?
You want to volunteer, but you don't know where to start. Well, for one, you can read to children. Or how about cleaning up a park in your community? There are all kinds of fun and easy ways to volunteer. Find the right fit for you by logging on to abettercommunity.com.
This special presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC, brought to you by Duckers San Francisco and Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light, refreshing hoop fans everywhere.
This summer, ABC is taking competition to the extreme. Each week, contestants with one-of-a-kind skills will compete in outrageous events like the handstand sprint. Master of Champions. The series premiere June 22nd, only on ABC. Over 5.5 remaining. Mavs comfortably in front. Wade still on the bench, along with O'Neal. Those two have had long nights here in Game 2. Payton strips Stackhouse. Walker sets for 3. Antoine Walker from downtown. And this is the closest the Heat have been the entire second half. They're back within 13.
Okay, when you're running like that, that was a great decision by Gary Payton. He had Posey up the front, but it would have necessitated an incredible pass. He went to the trailer and the three-point shooter.
The Heat playing much better defense. Nowitzki, there's the double team. Griffin on the fake. Griffin inside, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Dampier, and the Heat get it back.
Pat Riley is staying with the guys who made the run. Most pro coaches will do that, reward them for the fact that they never gave up when they hit the floor down over 20 points. He's rewarding them, and they're playing well together as a group defensively, and they're making good decisions at the offensive end.
Mason Williams looking for more, and he's tied up. Walker spinning inside, left-handed, can't get it to fall. Good move, but a poor finish.
Yeah, Dirk played that well. The big thing was not the foul.
Terry misses the 3, but Nowitzki with another rebound, his 16th of the game. Posting up Payton, hard drive, blocked for the foul.
Yeah, Mourning was late that time. Mourning tried to help out. That was a beautiful spin move by Dirk. And as he came back out in front of the rim, Mourning was just late getting there. Now this is a read. Now just look to the top. You'll see him coming down in there. See, he just missed that. You always know that when Alonzo's on the floor, he'll go for the shot block.
Nowitzki knocks down the first. Nowitzki and Avery Johnson proved to be a terrific pair. Johnson has really got Nowitzki to improve his game as Wade's going to come back in. You see Wade is 4 of 15, and O'Neal has been a non-factor.
Now, this is a big story. You know, you look at those numbers, and you have to say, yeah, the Dallas defense did a fantastic job. And now, in the next day or so, Miami's got to come up with some solutions here to make the game easier offensively for Shaq and Wade. Pat Riley is shooting all the marbles right now. He brought in Wade because he needs another guy who can get some points.
Williams inside. Wade kicks it back out. Posey will try a three. Knocks it down. Posey puts it in. And it's a 12-point game. Still 4 minutes remaining.
Plenty of time. See, this is good basketball. Now, the big thing with Dallas, they got some decisions here. You want to run clock, but you also do not want to get yourself in a position where you run clock and end up with a low percentage shot.
Crowd very anxious right now. Terry Harris. Harris on the drive. Banks it in. Count it. And a foul. Posey tried to draw the charge, but a blocking foul and a chance for a three-point play. That is a big bucket from Devin Harris.
Big play by Devin Harris. See, he's not a three-point shooter. He's not going to take anything wide. So what he's doing, he'll catch that and put it down and drive hard to the basket. We told you, he plays the backboard beautifully.
And converts the three-point play to put it back up to 15. Crowd exhales for a moment. Good defense from Harris. And just bumped him a little bit.
Yeah. And you know, Mike, he played him beautifully. He played him from way out high, foul line extended. He beat him to the baseline. He really defended him well. Look, see, he recovered there. Very quick feet. Plays him perfectly. Make him make the shot. Don't foul him and put him on the line.
This will be Wade's 13th and 14th free throw attempt of the game. Well, as we saw in game one at the end, he was short on a couple, admitted he was tired.
See, he pulled back on that, Mike. You could see that was short as soon as it left his hand.
Wade missed 12 more free throws tonight, Ubi.
Yes. It's a major issue in the first two games, no doubt about it. The low field goal percentage, the low shooting of the threes, and then the horrendous foul shooting percentage.
Dallas has been up by double figures since late in the second quarter, up by as many as 27. The Heat have cut it to 12 as Posey called for foul, over-aggressive on his ball denial, and Posey is fouled out.
See, that's a major loss, mainly because you lost Haslem with the shoulder injury. Now you lose Posey. They're your two main guys to defend Dirk Nowitzki as we go down and end this game.
He drew 4 charges, played some tough defense, but he's done in the NBA. 6 fouls and you're disqualified as Payton comes in. And Nowitzki will go to the line. I was saying earlier how Nowitzki and Avery Johnson great together. One of the things Nowitzki has talked about with Avery Johnson, he's asked him a lot of questions about Tim Duncan. How did Tim Duncan practice? What did Tim Duncan say? How did he react to this? Of course, Avery Johnson played with Tim Duncan. They won a championship together with the Spurs. Nowitzki wanting to pick up as much as he can from another great player. He's back to 16. Breathing room again for Dallas. Wade gets it back again and flips it in.
Yeah, that time Harris fell asleep that time. As soon as that shot went up, you got to put your body on Wade. He is a very active offensive rebounder.
And he never gives up on a play. Howard back in without his headband. Harris now fires away. Can't connect. Heat look to push. Wade.
Oh, look at this.
Underneath. Quick bucket just like that. Back to 12 again with 2.5 to play.
When you play Miami, that's one thing that's in their arsenal. When a shot goes up, Wade will release a number of occasions. You'll see that a lot of that when we move to Miami.
They've made a nice comeback, but they're still down by 12 and starting to run out of time. Nowitzki. Shot clock winding down, falling away, puts it in. Dirk Nowitzki. 26 points, and the lead back to 14. Timeout, Miami.
This is just a great offensive player. What a terrific move. Just watch how he measures it up. Gives you the fake, comes right back.
Well, to win the championship would probably be the best accomplishment in my life.
This is what it's all about. It's got to come with me.
I thought you were getting hors d'oeuvres.
It's game time, baby. Come on now.
That's a double quarter pounder.
With cheese.
Samantha wanted hors d'oeuvres.
The double quarter pounder with cheese. Pound one. Hors d'oeuvres.
Yes.
Roll up till midnight or later.
And this is what I had in mind when I watched you.
I am a death dealer. I alone hold the key to saving our future.
Underworld Evolution on DVD and coming soon to Blu-ray.
Well, it's been a long day for Strahan.
What a lovely shot.
Hey, maybe it's your deodorant. Let's start over. No, this time start with new Right Guard Sport Deodorant, now packed with even more scent. Right Guard, start right and right.
And we are here courtside with Vince Carter. Vince, you were amazing out there.
That's why we don't feed the dog people food. Sorry. Hey, Uncle Carl. Hey, Ma, how you doing? All refrigerators make a little noise. How about some avocado? We can make guacamole. Cook it medium heat. Don't put it on the phone. No, don't put it. Hey, Grandma.
With T-Mobile, families talk free. Now share 1,000 whenever minutes, just $69.99.
The dog, yeah, he's bulimic.
T-Mobile, official wireless partner of the NBA Finals.
The all-new 197 horsepower Civic Si from Honda. It'll reverse your thinking.
Tomorrow, ABC takes the mystery out of meeting Mr. Right.
Eye contact.
Get in their personal space.
Smiling. Show teeth.
How to Get the Guy. Series premiere tomorrow at 10, 9 Central. Only on ABC.
Back in Dallas, a reminder this summer you'll cheer their performances, but that's just the half of it. For the first time, follow the journey to stardom on and off the stage. The One, Making a Music Star, coming this July only on ABC. Shaquille O'Neal has been a star in this league for a long time and still is, but this is one night he would like to forget. O'Neal just 5 points, lowest ever in his NBA Finals career. Yes, there's a lot of credit. The Dallas defense did a tremendous job, but he has really struggled tonight. He's been sitting on the bench most of the second half.
Well, he's only played 27 minutes, Mike, so you can't score if you're sitting down. But give Alonzo Mourning a lot of credit, and Pat Riley stayed with Alonzo Mourning. He's already played 18 minutes. How about the 11 points, the 4 rebounds, and he's done an excellent job anchoring the defense of this group. So Pat Riley is staying with this 5 guys until Posey fouled out.
It'll be a playoff low for O'Neal as they get a jump ball. With 1:50 remaining and the Mavs leading by 14. But the Heat, if they have any hope of coming back in the series, is Howard hurting. Howard's all banged up. He's got a couple of bumps and bruises. His right ring finger that he hurt in Game 1. He's got a sore left thumb that he hurt in the Western Conference Finals.
Well, his minutes have been limited. Now, we're talking about a guy who usually plays, right up there in the high 30, 35, 38 minutes. He's only played 26 minutes himself in this game.
Wade looking for an opening on the drive. Wade inside. Tough shot. And Griffin the rebound. And Miami Heat are going to run out of time and try a strong comeback. Terry calls timeout with 17 on the shot clock. Wade talking to Bob Delaney. Terry, another strong game. 1:34 remaining in the fourth. Mavs on the verge of going up 2-0 in the series.
In 1935, AT&T researchers
introduced the world to the electronic talking machine. Since that time, AT&T
has been at the forefront of this technology, continuing to make it more human-sounding.
So that when one has to interact with a computer,
it can be as pleasant as possible.
In 25 feet, turn left.
The passion to invent, the drive to deliver. The new AT&T. Your world delivered.
After tonight, the series moves to Miami. Game 3 will be Tuesday night. Coverage begins 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. Tip-off shortly after 9 Eastern, right here on ABC Sports. Your home for the NBA Finals. Dallas leading by 14 with 1:34 remaining. Miami, a terrific team on their home floor this year, so they'll look forward to going back home. They'll hope Udonis Haslem and his injured shoulder will be better. They'll need him. The Heat 8-1 on their home floor during the playoffs, during the season, regular season, 31-10. They're a different team at home. They need to get back there, Ubi. And the next 3, if there will be 3, will be in Miami, where it's been a raucous atmosphere.
Well, they played extremely well at home. They're 8-1 at home in the playoffs. And in the Detroit series, all 3 games in the building, they shot between 55 and 58%. Now, in the 2 games here, we know that they've struggled from the field. 37 in game 1, 41 tonight as we close down. They've been extremely poor on the foul line both nights. So, and then the turnovers. So it's about them regrouping from an offensive standpoint and then figuring out how they're going to incorporate Shaq and Wade in this offense, because definitely the game plan tonight has been outstanding for Dallas.
Meanwhile, the Mavericks see 17 on the shot clock. That would leave them 1 second to get over half court. Right. But they called 2 consecutive timeouts, which enables them to advance the ball. So now they can just inbound. Smart move from Avery Johnson. Doesn't want to take a chance, even though this one looks all but over. And the Heat not fouling here, despite being down by 14. Terry on the drive. Harris, that's a 2-pointer. Devin Harris playing very well. He's in double figures. 1 of 5 Mavericks. And it's up to 16.
Now, this is when they're at their best. They're in a season. 5 guys average double figures for this ball club. And they're very unselfish. And you can see tonight the defense at the end and the offense, the extra passes. And they're going to get up over 22 assists. So you got your total game going here tonight.
Dallas Maverick fans, they waited 26 years for their team to make the NBA Finals, and the first 2 games here in their city have been quite a success. As they'll go up 2-0, Nowitzki 3 won't go. Shandon Anderson the rebound. Terry on the steal. They will head to Miami with a lot of confidence. This was a very impressive win, Rudy.
Right. They're going to Miami with a lot of confidence, and the fact that they're one of the best defensive teams on the road that we have in the league. They came in with the 3rd best road record, 26-15 during the season, and they backed it up in the playoffs.
Stackhouse misfires. Shot clock's off. The final score will not be indicative of how the Mavericks dominated this game. The Heat give them a little credit for at least fighting back after down by as many as 27. But the Dallas Mavericks with a convincing victory once again here at the American Airlines Center. And they lead the NBA Finals 2-0 as they turn towards Miami. Shaquille O'Neal, the lowest scoring playoff game of his career. You know he'll be angry and ready to bounce back in Game 3, as will Dwayne Wade, who had his problems, but gives much of that credit to some terrific Dallas defense. Let's send it over to Stuart Scott.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Dirk Nowitzki, you told me after Game 1, you admitted that you were a little nervous. What did you do to get rid of those nerves for this game?
Well, just the first game, get it out of the way. There was a long layover between the Western Conference Finals and the first game, so, you got anxious for 4 days and, just do all the things that got us here, play together as a team, be aggressive on the offensive end.
26 points and 16 boards sounds great. What sounds even more amazing is the fact that you helped Shaq take only 5 shots. What did you all do to keep him away from the ball?
I think it's a collective team effort. Nobody can stop Shaq in one-on-one. We all know that. We watched the Eastern Conference Finals, and he really tortured Detroit in the paint. And, it's a collective team effort. We got to help our big guys out, and I thought we did a decent job today.
All right, Dirk, nice game. Jerry Stackhouse, you guys were down 5 points early in the game. All of a sudden, bada bing, bada boom, a 4-point play from you, another 3. What did you all do to change it around?
Well, we just knew we had to push the tempo a little more. I mean, I think at the pace that we were playing and where the score was, it was in their favor. We had to try to force the issue a little bit. Fortunately for us, we got some threes to go down in the second half. Our defense picked up along with our offense.
A 2-0 lead sounds great, but what does it mean that you had a 27-point lead and they carved it back down to almost 10?
Well, you know, I mean, in this league, I mean, we're in the finals. Everybody's good and everybody can make a run. 20, 30-point lead is nothing in this league with a team that can shoot three-pointers, and they're capable of shooting three-pointers. But I think we, you know, late in the game, we held our poise and we executed and got this win.
Jerry Stackhouse, one of only 8 4-point plays in NBA Finals history. Mike, back to you.
Very impressive, very convincing victory for the Dallas Mavericks. Up by double figures from late second quarter on. And they now lead it 2-0. We'll be back after this timeout.
On the other side of the world, a new style of racing. It's called drifting. Rules the streets of Tokyo. Let's do it. I'm beginning to like this country already. The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, rated PG-13, starts Friday.
Final score from Game 2 in Dallas. It's the Mavericks 99 and the Heat 85. ABC Sports is online at ESPN.com. Search ABC Sports. Now the series shifts to South Florida Tuesday night. Join us for Game 3 of the NBA Finals live from Miami. Our coverage begins at 8:30 Eastern. Tip-off shortly after 9 Eastern. For more on tonight's game, go over to ESPN and check out Sports Center. So for UB Brown, Lisa Salter, Stuart Scott, producer Ed Fibershaw, director Drew Esikoff, and our entire ABC crew, this is Mike Green saying so long from Dallas. A long night for the Miami Heat as the Dallas Mavericks lead this best-of-7 series 2-0 as we head to Miami.